That is just about 30 yards of completion. 2 of 6 last week in their win over Plymouth for 65 yards. Their starting running back a year ago was Chase Gooden. He's been hurt the last 3 weeks. We're expecting him to play, but Novell Miller is going to start. Miller with 80 carries for 445 yards and 8 touchdowns. 16 carries against Plymouth last week for 124. Offensive line goes 258 pounds per man. That's about the same size as Chesterton. So for a comparison, and they were the biggest line to date that Warsaw has faced. Going up against the Warsaw defense that's missing John Burrett. John Burrett is no longer part of the football team. Theo Catras has a concussion. He's optimistic that he will play next week. We'll wait and see. They moved Trey Kuntz from corner to safety, and Lucas Ransbottom comes in at the cornerback position. This is a tough spot for this defense against the Mishawaka team that is very, very good on the other side of the ball.
Well, they're very good. They run the ball. I won't be surprised. I think a low number tonight, they might run the ball 60 times.
I would think they'll try.
They're going to try to get as many plays as they can. And I think that alludes to the two-point conversion thing, too. They're going to try to have long, drawn-out drives. It's almost the old-school 3 yards in a cloud of dust at times, but they continue to have a big line that continues to get a front push. How are the Tigers going to do that? And I think that A-gap on both sides is going to be a challenge that Isaac Beam's going to have to really go right in there. And it's almost choose your side, or are they going to have him try to stand the center up and let the linebackers flow?
The fans here are standing, so are we. The band is on the field. The band is on the field here at Fisher Field, getting ready for the pregame ceremonies. The giant flag coming out onto the field with the Junior ROTC Corps. When we come back, a final thought for tonight's kickoff. That's next here on the Tiger Insider, presented by Collier's Fireplace Shop on News Now Warsaw.
Bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, car stalls won't start, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, wrecking any state, and need the best race, take the next step, call Riker Denep, go with the guys who got the best tools, if you get in a wreck, they'll come and get you, bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, call Riker Denep, to come get you.
Remember, when you get in a wreck,
call Riker Denep.
Hey, it's Andrew from Bobcat of Warsaw. And once again, it's time for football games under the lights on Friday night. It's also time to think about taking care of your Bobcat equipment and Cub Cadet or X-Mark mower you've been working hard all summer long. You should give it a pat on the back by bringing it to us for that fall service so it can relax all winter long and be ready for spring. We would like to pass on a huge thank you to this amazing community that we live in. We are very proud to have you as neighbors and friends. This proud sponsor of Warsaw Tiger Football just wants to say thanks.
Booyah! Once there was a dude who needed a new ride. That dude right there.
Yeah, I'm long overdue on doing some trading.
Man, you need to get to RV Car Company for sizzling summer savings.
They got big trucks?
And little cars, too. Know what the hardest part is?
No.
Having to choose.
I can dig it.
Okay, now get online and get yourself pre-approved.
RVCarCompany.com.
At Car Company, the prices are so cool.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, make a puppet drool. Shop now at RVCarCompany.com.
Car Tech on Buffalo Street are your paintless dent repair specialists. Do you have a ding or a dent in your vehicle? If the paint isn't cracked, then hail damage. Hail? Yes, they can fix that. Car Tech are your hail damage specialists. Parking lot door dings? They fix those too. Restore your vehicles to dent-free with Car Tech, your last stop before the body shop. That's CARR.
Of tonight's game is coming up. For a final word before tonight's game, here's Roger, presented by Collier's Fireplace Shop on News Now Warsaw.
Presented by the Warsaw Community High School Band, presented by the Junior ROTC. Fans remain standing as the colors make their way toward the north end of Fisher Field, and the 20x10 flag is being wrapped up by the other members of the Junior ROTC. When the Tigers get a first down tonight, it scores a donation for the kids in Kosciuszko County. For every Warsaw first down this season, Alder Bergen & Company will donate $2 to the Kosciuszko County Riley Kids Fund through the Kosciuszko Community Foundation. Alan Aldifer and Mike Bergen started that fund to help parents in Kosciuszko County who take their children to Riley Hospital for Children with expenses like gas, food, and lodging. Alderfer Bergen and Company, Financial Planning, 122 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at alderferbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. You've been listening to the Tiger Insider, presented by Collier's Fireplace Shop on Shelby Drive behind Smith Tire in Warsaw. Stay tuned. The kickoff is just moments away. Warsaw and Mishawaka next on News Now Warsaw.
Travis is the first guy that helped me get my license back after 8 years of not driving.
Travis was the first person to fight for me and to show me how to fight for myself and how to have hope for the future.
I'm that guy. I'm Travis McConnell. Those were real clients with real results. A criminal case can mean sitting in jail, but it doesn't have to. I'm the lawyer that will listen and take time to understand the issue, then stand up and fight for you in court. Call me today, Travis McConnell, your criminal defense lawyer. Just say, hey, Google, look up the Law Office of Travis McConnell. Office Warsaw.
Each case is unique and may not yield same results.
Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts invites you this fall to the widest variety of custom trailers and golf carts in northern Indiana. Elliott's Trailers and Carts are the northern Indiana authorized dealer for E-Z-Go personal golf carts, the #1 golf cart in the world. The brand new E-Z-Go Elite and Velour carts are in stock. Plus, you can get financing on any E-Z-Go golf cart through Sheffield Financial, LLC. Hurry in for the best season-ending prices at your only authorized E-Z-Go dealer. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, US 30 East Warsaw, where you are always a winner.
It's game time. Warsaw Tiger football on News Now Warsaw is brought to you by
Lakeside Chevrolet, Glass Doctor, Splendor Boats, Crossroads Bank, JBC and Associates, Alderfer Bergen and Company, Rab Connecticut Water Systems, Colliers, Monteith Tire, State Farm Insurance, Ott Schroeder, Reinhold's Furniture, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Rock Hill Pennick, LLP, Riker Denep, 24-hour towing, Bobcat of Warsaw, R&B Car Company, CarTech, and Travis McConnell Law Office.
And now for the call of tonight's game, here's Roger Grossman and Rob Reniker.
Warsaw Tiger football is on the air tonight from Fisher Field. It's the homecoming game as the Warsaw Tigers take on the Mishawaka Cavemen. It's great to have you with us. Rob has the week off. Jeremy Kilgore is sitting in. Warsaw and Mishawaka about to meet for the 16th time in football, the third since the Cavemen joined the Northern Lakes Conference in the summer of 2020. Mishawaka leads the all-time series 10-5 in a series that goes back to 1919. They met every year from 1919 to 1925 and then separated for 50 years from 1926 to 1976. They met again from 77 to 84, but didn't play again until Mishawaka joined the conference in 2000. Warsaw won, or it's 2020. Warsaw won 2 years ago at Fisher Field 40-32, and last year on a late field goal by then freshman kicker Mason Smythe 17-15. The two coaches, Bart Curtis, the Hall of Famer, a record in 32 years of 236 and 115. In 5 years at Warsaw, 35 and 13. And his protege for so many years at Mishawaka, Cade Kinder's now their head coach. In the 5 years since Bart left, 40 and 13. They went 8 and 3 a season ago. Here are those starting lineups. First for the Warsaw offense, Grady Nolan will be the cornerback. Herman Flores Ortega will start at the fullback. Jack Merle and Bryce Duncan are the wideouts. Reed Zollinger and Bryson Brown are the halfbacks. The offensive line this week goes Chase Carl, Harrison Stouffer, Aiden Williamson in the middle for Kyle Schnackenberg, Brock Fraley, who might play some center tonight as well, and Russ Winchester will be on the offensive line tonight as well as playing some defense. For the Mishawaka defense, the ends are Balin, Eby, and Carmine Orozco. The nose tackle is Peyton Jones, but we will see Dawson Nowaki, who could be their best football player. The strong side linebacker is Caden Williams. The J linebacker is Isaac Valdez. The weak side linebacker is Aiden Hooten, and the middle linebacker is Jackson Snyder. The cornerbacks are Malik Williams and Trey Thomas. The safety is Jack Troyer. The free safety is Brady Newsom. The Mishawaka offense has Brady Fisher as their quarterback. Nobel Miller will start at fullback, but we will see Chase Gooden tonight. He had a shoulder injury that caused him to miss several games this season already. Trey Thomas is one halfback. Dean Smith is the other. Chaz Hardy and Ace Troyer are the wideouts. Their offensive line left to right, Chris Gronkowski, Tanner Parmley, Garrett Ginter, Matthew Willis, and Dawson Milwaukee. For the Warsaw defense, Isaac Beam, Nathaniel Rosas, and Russ Winchester will be up front, but we'll see a lot, of course, of Mason Gabrich. The outside linebackers tonight, Corbin Johnson and Eric Pohl. The inside linebackers, Jet Woodward and Nick Catras. The cornerbacks are Colt Van Houten and Lucas Ransbottom. The free safety tonight is Trey Kuntz. And the strong safety is Dimitri Chandler. Those are the lineups. We are 3 minutes away from kickoff. Warsaw and Mishawaka about to get things going. You've been listening to the Tiger Insider, brought to you by Collier's Fireplace Shop on News Now Warsaw. The kickoff is coming up next on News Now Warsaw.
Lakeside Chevrolet has over 25 new vehicles and over 2,550 used vehicles on the ground ready to sell. With over 20 different lenders on hand, Lakeside can get anyone approved. Now through the end of the month, get up to $1,500 over fair market value for your trade-in. Lakeside Chevrolet, home of the warranty forever with locations in Warsaw and Huntington. Visit Lakeside for your new ride.
News Now Warsaw. Friday evening, I'm Matt Rudkin. Hope your week went well. The weekend is here, and the weather for the most part will cooperate. Could have a few showers tonight, otherwise mostly cloudy. We're into the 50s. For your day on Saturday, expect mostly cloudy skies. We will see a shower or two, but a lot of us stay dry. Temperatures warming back up into the lower 70s. Rinse and repeat for your Sunday. There's a look at the forecast. Have a great weekend. I'm Matt Rudkin.
Right now, it's 62 degrees.
News Now Warsaw, WRSW 1480 AM and W259 DJ 99.7 FM, Warsaw, Indiana.
And the Warsaw Tigers take the field for the first time tonight, led out by the 1973 football team that was honored here before the football game. Warsaw Community High School would like to thank the following athletic department sponsors for helping to make the live video streaming of home Tiger sporting events on the Tiger Broadcast Network free to all viewers. Lakeside Chevrolet, Sim Financial, Summers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, and Warsaw Buick GMC. Thank you for allowing fans from all over northern Indiana, including our friends from up north of Mishawaka, to watch this game without having to pay a fee for it. Tigers in their home blacks, all black uniforms, orange numbers, orange trim. Mishawaka in all white. White pants, white helmets with the block M on the side. And they have the maroon numbers, a maroon stripe down the middle, and maroon trim on the sides as well. It is a chilly night for football, although I think it ended up being warmer today, at least a little bit, than what they had thought. We're anticipating temperatures in the low to mid-60s. I think it might have made 66 at one point today. It is a gorgeous night for football now that the flags have laid still. And so we are excited about this football game this evening. The captains are making their way to the middle of the field, 4 for each team. Warsaw's going to go north here in the opening quarter of play. And Mishawaka will go from our left to right. As the captains shake hands, the referee will have some last-minute instructions, and then we'll get things started. We heard so much this week, and it was so encouraging to hear from Keith Kinder and Bart Curtis how much those two men love each other, care about each other, and even tonight, care about each other. They just want their football team to beat the other's football team. And Keith Kinder will go on and on and on, and rightly so, about how much Bart Curtis taught him, not only about coaching football, but about how to deal with people, how to instill discipline. And we have seen it in 4.5 years here with Warsaw, what he's done here. And Keith Kinder is trying to carry on what Bart Curtis built there, and he's doing a very fine job of it. Maybe a little longer conversation than normal with the referee for the captains. Of course, they've already done the coin toss. You know that if you follow football at all. You know that the coin toss has already taken place, and everybody knows what's coming up. And it looks like, just looking down on the field, it looks like Mishawaka won the toss and deferred because it's our kick return team that is going to be going out there for Warsaw.
It is going on a really long time.
It is. It's going on a really long time. Actually, Warsaw won the toss and deferred. And so Mishawaka is going to get the football first.
All right, then. I mean, I can't imagine at this rate what they're even talking about. That was minutes long, and normally that feels like it's seconds long.
Yeah, that's a 5-minute conversation. That's much longer than normal. So the Tigers will kick off here to start the football game. The Tigers will be favored in their last 3 football games at Wawasee, Goshen here for the last home game of the regular season, and then a road trip to Northridge in the final week of the regular season. But imagine the momentum that could be rebuilt if you could put together a victory here tonight against Mishawaka and take that in the last third of this regular season. The conference is broken up. Mason Smythe is about to be handed the football, and he will put it on the tee that is placed at the 40-yard line, and it's going to be right in the middle of the X at the 40-yard line. Mishawaka has one man deep, and that is Isaac Valdez, a senior 5'9", 180 pounds. Mishawaka with 5 guys along the front, and there's a lot of 8s and 12s and 17s up there. They're right away expecting Bart Curtis perhaps to try something. Here we go. The whistle sounds. Smythe puts his foot into the football, and we are underway, and this will be Valdez on the run for the 5, 10, middle of the field, 15. Angled left and tripped up, and down he goes at about the 17-yard line.
Great job going right past the up man, going straight in there, upending the runner there. It was fantastic start. Great kick for the Tigers. Great starting position.
A.J. Smith on the open field tackle for Warsaw. And from the 18-yard line, that's where Mishawaka will begin the opening drive of the football game. The quarterback is back there ready to get things going for Mishawaka. Brady Fisher, who made his first varsity start against Warsaw in week 4 a year ago when his big brother Justin was injured. Fisher, a big kid, 5'10". He looks a lot bigger than 167. And they'll run the option left, and this is Gooden who gets the start at running back. He will get 6 yards out to the 24-yard line. We were told that Gooden would play, but he wouldn't start. And as it turns out, Nobel Miller starts out on the bench, and Gooden gets 6 on a first down carry. 2nd down and 4 with the ball in the far hash mark. That's the left side of the formation as Mishawaka works from our left to right. Fisher with 2 wideouts left, an extra lineman on the left, and they'll send Hardy in motion. They'll run Gooden off the left, and he gets hit hard at the 25-yard line. He'll go down at the 26. That's a gain of 2, and it's 3rd down and 2. And that's Mishawaka is running this offense the way it's really intended, which is to get 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, go for it on first down and make it, and just bludgeon the other team slowly with a sledgehammer. So it's 3rd down and 2. Wide side of the field is the near side, which is the right side of the formation. And they get within 1.5 yards, and Fisher can easily get that on a quarterback sneak. Fisher, quick count. Oh, nobody to hand to. He's going to get hit. He'll dive forward. He might have gotten the first down anyway. Tripped up on the play by Nick Catras. The official on the near side is saying that it's 4th down, but the chain gang's moving. So it is 1st down, Mishawaka. They did get it by the nose of the football.
I'm wondering, Raj, when Chandler's going to start moving up to be almost an extra backer in the box, because I don't think they're going to try to throw it over top of him anytime soon.
Well, now hold on a second. The official from the near side's coming in to tell the referee, I think he was short. The official on the other side had moved the chains down the field. And Bart Curtis is kind of wondering what happened. Well, he didn't make it. Bart Curtis is pointing down to where they put the ball, and where they put the ball is short of where the first down marker should have been. So they only got 9.5 yards. It's really a first down. Mishawaka's first down of the game from the 28-yard line. Good. Hit hard in the backfield. He will stumble forward for a yard to the 29. The Tigers are moving quickly to the football. Nick Catras in there again for the Tigers. 2nd down and 9 for Mishawaka. 10:20 left to play here in the opening quarter. This is the opening drive of the game for the Cavemen. We are still scoreless to this point. Fisher gets everybody aligned. It's a very tight formation. Only one wide out here. You have 2 tight ends and 2 wings. Option play left. Pitching back to Hardy. Trying to get around the corner. Turns upfield. Headed the 30, and he got to the 32. Gain of 3 on the play. Pole on the stop for the Tigers. 3rd and long coming up for Mishawaka.
And what Pole did really well there is he continued to come upfield and didn't allow that to get outside of him. And then, it's sweep. And that's a tough play for a backer to make, and he really forced it right back, made the tackle. That's a great breakdown by the Tigers, forcing now what is almost considered a 3rd and long at about 3rd and 6.
This is where Mishawaka has been so good this season, Jeremy. They are at 74% conversions on 3rd downs.
That's insane.
Anything
Insane
over 50 is really good. 74 is stunning. This is 3rd and long. Handoff up the middle. Gooden, he's got a hole, and he's got a first down across the 40, all the way out to the Mishawaka 43. They ran a draw play up the middle, and the Tigers were all spread out, and Gooden had plenty of room.
Plenty of room. They had a great motion, great peel-back blocking on the left side of the line, and that really opened up this a real nice crease, and you go right through it, and Gooden picks up about 11.
Another first down for Mishawaka. Their second of this opening drive, which started back at their 18-yard line. Now from the 43. Fisher under center, and he'll run it, and this time he'll keep it. He'll turn upfield. He's got a big hole, 50, 40, and he dragged the Tiger tackler inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 20 yards for the quarterback from Mishawaka, and Mishawaka has punctured Tiger territory with 8:50 left to play in the opening quarter in a scoreless game.
And that's a game or a touchdown-saving tackle there. But yet again, gaping hole off of that left side, the left side of the Mishawaka line, opening up just running lanes left and right.
Ball on the far hash mark. That's the left side of the formation. Mishawaka moving toward the scoreboard here at Fisher Field. They've already taken 3.5 minutes off the first quarter clock. Fisher, long handoff, gives it up the middle. And that is Gooden again, and he'll dive to the 35 and get 3 yards. Again, Catras in on the stop for the Tigers, 2nd down and 7.
You're wondering, Raj, with just how quick that slow that handoff almost developed, if the A-gap's going to be blitzed by the inside backer sooner than later.
2nd down and 7. One wide out to the near side, one on the far. Wings on either side of the formation. Gooden in the backfield behind Fisher. And they will play action fake it. Quick throw up the sidelines, and it is caught. Inbounds inside the 20, and the receiver stepped out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Catch made by Ace Troyer, a 6'3", 188-pound junior for Mishawaka, and they've got another first down inside the Tiger red zone.
It just opened up and throw it over a shorter corner. That's a tough play but also the corner got his back turned from the wide receiver and lost positioning. And if you go up over the top, if he throws that to inbound, that might be a touchdown.
7:43 left to play here in the opening quarter. Mishawaka on the drive at the Tigers 16. Gooden up the middle, bounces off of 1 and then 2. And he'll go down at the 12 after a gain of 4. Mishawaka with 4 first downs here on this opening drive, trying to cash in and put the Tigers in a hole here early. And that could be huge. Again, Mishawaka marching the ball methodically down the field. They do have the one pass play that got them to where they are. Now from the 12, 2nd down and 6. Brady Fisher under center. Hardy goes in motion. They'll hand off to Gooden off the left side. He's got room inside the 10. He'll be down to the 7. He'll be short of the first down by about 2/3 of a yard. So it's a gain of 5, and it sets up 3rd down and 1 as we pass 7 minutes left to play here in this opening period.
And Mishawaka is doing exactly what they wanted to. Take the opening drive, just continue to run clock, first downs, pick up 3rd down conversions, and they've done really whatever they wanted to so far against this Tiger defense.
3rd down and 1. Fisher has something to say to Gooden at the last second. Now he goes under center, and he'll hand off to Gooden. He'll plow forward, and I think he got the first down. It looked like he broke the 6-yard line. But I'm not so sure. Now the referee comes up and confirms it is first down and goal Mishawaka. 5 first downs on this opening drive for the Cavemen, and they have 1st and goal with 6:28 left to play. This is the opening drive of the football game.
Now, what are the Tigers going to do? Are they going to start cramming into the line, or are they going to just continue to stay in that base set?
Well, they know too much about this offense. I'm not sure that they are too anxious to do that. Fisher keeps it himself, running left, dives toward the goal line, got stood up, and he is down. The official started to raise his hands for touchdown, realized that he was wrong. It's a gain of 5 for the quarterback. It's 2nd and goal from just inside the 1.
2nd and goal, and just yet again, we've talked about that left side. They continue to open up a hole, a big hole. It closed quicker that time, but you have to continue to close it quicker, even faster.
2nd and goal from the 1. Fisher from the left hash mark. He'll take it himself. Quarterback sneak, leans over toward the goal line. No signal yet. They're going to mark him short. So the Tigers get a stop, and it's 3rd and goal from inside the 1.
3rd and goal, and he better start holding that ball with 2 hands. That ball almost popped out. If you're a defender, you got to come in swinging or punching or a face mask right on that, because that ball was out there for grabs if they do it again.
5:18 left to play in the quarter. Mishawaka took the opening kickoff from their 18, and they have taken it inside the Tiger 1 and now face 3rd down and goal. Fisher again for the left hash mark, tight formation, takes a step, dives over. Oh, he dove over the 2nd time, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Again, the ball was wiggling around in Fisher's hands, but he gets in across the plane, and with 5:01 to go in the quarter, Mishawaka takes the lead.
Yep, the second effort, the ball popped up, he grabbed it. The second effort gets him over. It was 2 jumps. Tigers saw that ball flying out there. That's something to watch later in the game and to see if the defense can respond.
And now they will go for 2. They will go for 2. An 82-yard drive that covered almost the first 7 minutes of the football game. They fake the pitch, quick throw over the middle, man wide open, and it's caught for the 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion caught by Trey Thomas. And with 5:01 left to play here in the opening quarter, Mishawaka leads Warsaw 8-0. We're back at 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
You see a foggy window. We see condensation between the panes plus higher energy bills. For a brighter day, a more comfortable home, and lower utility bills, have a Glass Doctor specialist install new extended life high-quality insulated panes. All for less than you might think. To see how quick and easy it is for us to replace insulated glass windows, visit glassdoctor.com today.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your paint. Oh, yeah!
Enjoy the next level of fun on the water with help from Splendor Boats. Place your order now on Quest Pontoons or a Splendor custom-built power catamaran deck boat. Ask about their indoor, safe, and clean off-season boat storage, winterization, shrink wrapping, and pontoon redecking. Or have Splendor's custom upholstering canvas refit or repair individual cushions, covers, or tops. Plus, schedule your spring boat arrival so you don't have to wait next year. Visit them in Warsaw or Silver Lake or online at SplendorBoatsWarsaw.com. Splendor Boats, a small family business for big family fun.
Give us 15 minutes. We'll give you the world. This is News Now Warsaw.
Roger Grossman, Jeremy Kilgore tonight. Rob is out of town. Tigers down 8-0. Mishawaka took the opening drive 82 yards in 6 minutes and 59 seconds to take the lead. And now the Tigers really in a tough spot. Almost a must score right off the bat. This will be the first time they get their foot on the ball. Logan Larson, a very high, short kick. It'll bounce and be taken by Kuntz at the 13 to the 20. He'll get to the 24-yard line and maybe to the 25 before he goes down in a heap. So Warsaw will take over, first down and 10 from their 25, already trailing 8-0.
8-0, Raj. The offense, though, we know that the big playability is there. We know that they can drive the ball, but you want to do that, maybe run some clock and just answer. That's really, and flip the field position at worst.
Tigers now will run on the field. Grady Nolan, the junior quarterback, who took over for Tucker Curtis in the middle of the first game. Curtis went out with what turned out to be a broken leg that was not going to heal on its own, and he had to have surgery to get it fixed. Now the Tigers down by 8 will try to answer. And they'll run it up the middle with Herman Flores Ortega, and he'll get 2 out to the 27-yard line. Jackson Snyder on the tackle for the Tigers. Second down and 8.
And, Raj, I almost think that Warsaw possibly got away with a little bit of a false start on that left side of that line. They shot out quick. That's the new side of the line with 2 new starters on that side.
Ball in the middle of the field at the Tiger 27. Egoff and Merle come to the near side. The wide side of the field, which is the far side, is empty. Nolan pitches, and there's whistles and flags, and Warsaw, I believe, jumped offside. That left side of the line jumped, or did they? No, Mishawaka. They're going to assess that penalty to Mishawaka.
Wow.
So that's a 5-yard walk-off in the Tigers' favor. And that's going to back Mishawaka up. Keith Kinder's furious.
That understandable why he's furious, because that was a false start on the Tigers 100 times out of 100, I believe.
That was almost as bad as the personal foul penalty that should have been called against Warsaw last week. When one of our guys hit one of their guys 3 seconds after the whistle, they threw the flag and then picked it up. So 2nd down and 3 now for Warsaw after the 5-yard penalty. Nolan under center. And now whistles and flags fly again. Is Warsaw going to give the 5 yards back? Yes, they are. Football justice. We talk about basketball all the time. A foul that wasn't a foul, the guy misses the free throw. That's basketball justice. So that'll bring the ball back to the 27-yard line, and it's back to 2nd down and 8 again. Tigers have really cleaned up the penalties this season. Only 40 yards per game in penalties. They're 3rd in the conference in penalty yards. Last week, 6 penalties for 45, but a 5-yard penalty early in the game that gave Northwood a first down really helped the Panthers sustain a drive. Nolan on 2nd and 8. Play action fake. Lofting it over the middle of the field for Brown, and it's too high, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Jack Troyer right at the midfield stripe, and a turnover gives the ball back to Mishawaka, leading 8-0 with a chance to...
Thought process there was to just chuck the ball up without setting your feet, and that's exactly what happened. A little bit of panic out of Grady Nolan there, and the ball just sailed on him a little bit because he didn't really step into the throw and throw high, and that's right on the hash marks, basically. You know it's going to happen a lot of the time.
So Mishawaka takes over from their 48, leading 8-0 with 3:38 left to play here in the opening quarter of play. Now the Tigers find themselves in a real mess. Defense is going to have to make a play somewhere. Fisher hands off and carry up the middle across midfield. Gooden again for 3 yards to the Tiger 49, 2nd down and 7.
We're going to find out how Gooden is conditioned, because that's already 6 carries, and we're just over 10 minutes into the game, it feels like.
He's got we saw it during the pregame warm-up. They practice without pads, and we saw he has a huge pad on that injured shoulder. 2nd down and 7, ball just on the Tiger side of the 50. And the Tigers will blitz. They're going to pitch it to Hardy. He's got room on the outside. 50, 45. Oh, he lost the ball, but it went out of bounds. And they're going to mark it out at the Tiger 43, which, if that's where they put it out, is short of the first down by a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 1 coming up for Mishawaka.
3rd down and 1, and that was a great pursuit tackle by Trey Kuntz there to use the sideline to his advantage, punch the ball out, continuing to see if ball security is going to be something later in this game.
3rd and 1. Ball on the far hash mark. That's the side closest to the Mishawaka bench. The wide side of the field is right. Fisher hands off to Gooden. He's got the first down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Another Mishawaka first down, and they are at the Tiger 39 after the turnover.
6 first downs there already, and we're not even through the first quarter. That's exactly what Mishawaka wanted to do when they came into this game, and they're performing excellent.
6 first downs to Warsaw's none. Warsaw ran essentially 2 plays. Second down, ball still in the far hash mark. Wide side of the field is right. They have 1 man out here, everybody else bunched up along that line of scrimmage. And they will fake the handoff, and Fisher will take off upfield. He beats 1 man and gets tackled by the second as he got down to the 31-yard line. And that will set up a 2nd down and 2 here for Mishawaka after a gain of 8.
Gain of 8 and a wide side off a little bit of misdirection. continuing to see a real adjustment yet. The backers have walked up, but there's no adjustment, and they're just going to play a gap scheme. No blitzing so far.
Ball in the middle of the field now. As Mishawaka gets ready to snap the football with just under 2 minutes left to play in the quarter. Mishawaka already up 8-0 and threatening. Fisher takes the snap, hands off the good left. He's got more room across the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8 yards and another first down for the Cavemen as they continue to march toward the south end of Fisher Field, looking to go up 2 scores.
Yep, going to get rest for Big Russ there as he is going to come off sides. He's probably not used to playing both sides of the ball continually, so get him as many breaks as you can early.
Well, they're trying to get him out there as much as they can, but a guy that big or anybody against this Mishawaka team can't play every snap. Fisher takes the handoff, bobbled it, turns upfield, leaps over the pile at the 20, and goes down at the 17-yard line. That ends up being a gain of 6 yards on the play. 1:15 left to play in the opening quarter. Mishawaka already up 8-0 and looking to increase that lead.
Increase the lead, and that ball security yet again. When are the Tigers going to get one of those paws on it and see if they can strip it out?
Well, they got to have somebody close enough to Fisher when he bobbles it to knock it free and grab it. And they'll run the option play. They try the middle. Gooden will get a yard down to the 16-yard line. Third down coming up. This is a must stop. I mean, I'm sure it's probably 2-down territory for the Cavemen, but you got to make a play here. Somebody's got to rise up for this Warsaw defense and make a stand. 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Cavemen. Half a minute to play here in the first quarter. Mishawaka does have to snap the ball before the end of the period. Fisher slowly to the line of scrimmage. 12 on the play clock, now 11, now 10 as he gets under center. They'll hand off to Gooden, and again they cave in the left side of the line. It's a first down for Mishawaka down to the 10-yard line. Clock stops while they move the chains, but it won't be stopped for long, and that'll probably bring us to the end of the first quarter. Actually, they move the ball back to the 11, Jeremy, so they can get a first down at the 1-yard line.
That move back was a little bit shocking to me.
Yeah, they moved that ball like a yard and a half.
Yeah, that was... and why are they running the clock if the chains aren't set?
It doesn't matter. It's going to be the end of the period. After 1, Warsaw trails Mishawaka 8-0. We'll be back with quarter number 2 after this 60-second break on News Now Warsaw.
Whether your business is on the farm or in town, Crossroads Bank wants to help you succeed. That is why Crossroads offers competitive rates and friendly service with their business loans. Visit crossroadsbanking.com or in Columbia City, North Manchester, Peru, South Whitley, Syracuse, Wabash, or Warsaw. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Where your bank and your life meet, Crossroads Bank.
It's that time of year again. Football is back, and soon it's time to sign up for the open enrollment of Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part D drug plans, and individual health care plans through the Affordable Care Act. Contact JBC and Associates to update new plan designs and find out about increased subsidies to help reduce marketplace premiums. Call John at 574-527-1295. Call with any questions and be ready to sign up for the Medicare plans beginning October 15th and for individual health care plans on November 1st. Go Tigers!
Now, back to the Warsaw Tigers on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Well, Warsaw's got problems. They are down 8-0 to Mishawaka. They've run 2 offensive plays this whole game so far. They got a 2-yard run from Flores Ortega and an intercepted pass. And now Mishawaka marching from their 48-yard line, and they have the football at the 10-yard line. They can get a first down. Actually, they put the ball at the 11. So first down and 10 from the 11-yard line. And now the teams switch ends, and Mishawaka will head toward the north end of Fisher Field. And again, somebody for the defense is just going to have to take a chance and get in there and make something happen.
And that's why I'm a little shocked that we still haven't seen much of the middle backers trying to break through the A or B gap there on a blitz. Try to make a disruption, see if you can change or the way that the ball comes out of the quarterback's hand there.
First and 10 from the 11. Ball on the near hash mark now. As Fisher goes under center, hands off the good. They try the right side, And he'll plow forward and get down to the 7 after a gain of 4. Jet Woodward on the stop for the Tigers with help from Catrus. Lucas Rainsbottom got in there at the end. 2nd down and 6 coming up for Mishawaka. Trying to go up 2 scores here early in the second quarter at Warsaw. And then 2 years of frustration. They came here. There was an official's call toward the end that they weren't happy about, thought that may have changed the outcome of the game. And then, of course, last year without their starting quarterback, Justin Fisher, his brother Brady goes to the left side, gets down to about the 2-yard line, short of the first down by a yard, 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Cavemen with 11:15 left to play in the first half. Mishawaka leading 8-0 and less than 6 feet away from going up by 14.
Yet again, with Brady Fisher, when he gets the snap, Raj, he gets the ball up over to his shoulder pads almost level. You hope that you can get somebody close and try to pop that free because it's not very close to his body.
And they can get a first down at the 1. They hand off to Gooden. He puts his head down and dives the goal line, and he scores. Touchdown, Mishawaka. Gooden scores for the Cavemen. His 5th rushing touchdown of the season. And with 10:48 left to play in the half, Mishawaka has scored again. It's 14-0.
14-0 and no answers from the defense. The offense didn't do the defense any help there, though, only running 2 plays in that first quarter.
Lucas Larson, who scored a goal for the Mishawaka soccer team last night, will come on to kick the extra point. Snap. Spot is down. Tigers got through there, but not far enough. The kick is good. 10:48 left to play first half. Mishawaka 15, Warsaw nothing. We're back in 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
I am a Colts fan.
I'm a Bears fan, and you out there are Warsaw Tiger fans.
Whoever you root for, in order to win the game, your team needs a head coach with an effective game plan. We at Alder Bergen can help you develop and implement a financial game plan for your family's future. So if you're a Colts fan, a Tiger fan, a Bears fan, or a fan of any other team,
except the Patriots,
Alder Bergen can be the head coach of your financial planning team.
Alder Bergen and Company, 122 West Market Street in Warsaw, and online at alderbergen.com.
False start, pass interference, offsides. All bad things in football. Spotty dishes, rust stains, dry skin and hair. All bad things when it comes to your water. Rab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
This is Warsaw's news and information station. News Now Warsaw.
Roger Grossman, Jeremy Kilgore, Steve Scott back at the station once again. Tigers trail 15-0. And Larson will kick off, and it's high, and again, not very deep. And this will be Kuntz. Bobbled at the 12. He'll reverse field. He'll get past the initial wave and get out to the 21-yard line. And that's where Warsaw will take over first down and 10. Mishawaka has 2 touchdowns. Warsaw has run 2 offensive plays. And now they are in a must score. They have to go down the field here. They have to get points.
And, Raj, you really feel like this is a drive that you'll take a big play and you'll take a score every time. Absolutely. But you feel like this would be a nice drive, 4 to 6 minutes off the clock type of drive would be a much better answer here for the Tigers.
The problem is they've got like 2 of those for the whole season through the first 5 games. They just haven't had those long sustained drives like we just saw Mishawaka do twice. From the 21, first down and 10. Grady Nolan takes a long look around, then ducks under center. And he'll hand off, and the ball comes out, and Warsaw is able to get back on top of it. Flores Ateba fumbled at the 20-yard line. Brown falls on it at the 22. Ends up getting a gain of 1 for Warsaw, 2nd down and 9.
That was just a lucky bounce of the ball. That could have just been almost a coffin nail at the beginning of the second quarter there. Lucky to fall on it was Warsaw.
Jackson for Mishawaka is the one who stripped it free. I'm sorry, not Jackson Snyder. 2nd down and 9. The Tigers stumbling out of the gates on offense. Wings on either side. Nolan, option left. He'll pitch it back late. Dollinger with a little bit of room. 25. He's to the 30. Still going. To the 35. Oh, he slips and goes down. The defender got a hand on his right foot and just tripped him up enough to keep him from not going any farther. It's still a 14-yard gain, and Warsaw has their first down of the night.
First down. Great play design. Way to wait till the very last second to pitch the ball. And if you don't slip there, that might even be more yardage.
Well, he probably would have at least run to midfield. Warsaw will take what they got to the 36. 9:40 left to play here. Opening half. Warsaw trailing 15-0 to Mishawaka. Nolan ducks under center. Ball on the far hash mark, and they'll run up the middle with Flores. They're taking. He breaks through. He's to the 50, to the 45. He's to the Mishawaka 40-yard line. And a first down for the Cavemen at the 40. What a run for Flores Ortega, who came flying through the hole and was grabbed from behind, or he might have run all the way to the south end zone.
Yep, he shot out of there like a cannon, pick up a 25 yards on the play. Very impressive play for the Tigers, trying to get a little bit of momentum back on their side.
At the 40, ball just to the far side of the exact middle of the field. Wideouts on either side of the formation. Wings the same. Flores Ortega behind Nolan. From the 40. Option play up the middle. Whistles sound. And what was that? They're calling, I think, against the Tigers. He put his hands on his hips to stay offside against Warsaw.
Yeah. Did Ethan Goff maybe line up over the ball? Because he's talking to Coach. The side ref was talking to him as well, so I'm assuming that he was
lined up too far ahead.
Yeah, that's what my assumption is there. And he'll come off, and Coach Bart's going to talk to him right now.
Yep, 1st and 15. Ball moved back to the Mishawaka 45. This is Warsaw's first foray into Mishawaka territory. It's only their second drive of the game. They trail 15-0 here to the Cavemen. Nolan, wide side of the field is right. Bryce Duncan's out here with one-on-one coverage all by himself. And Nolan's going to keep it. A run over a man. Heavy hit at the 40-yard line. He got to the 39 of Mishawaka. Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Tigers.
Raj, I think as a player, if you see your quarterback lower the boom, I mean, that was a hit. And I'm watching the replay over here. It was a great play there. That gets you a little fired up if you're a lineman, seeing that your guy's going out in the second level and making a play.
The word that's gotten used a lot revolving around this game has been slobber knocker, and that was a slobber knocker type hit. Nolan stands up. He'll send Brown back to the left wing. Play clock at 8 with 8 minutes left to play in the half, and Warsaw trailing 15-0. Nolan, option play up the middle. Flores Ortega, and he'll back his way for a yard down to the 38-yard line. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Tigers.
One thing, that quick motion that we talked about in the pregame, we saw a backer start to come, and he was going to fire up on that our backside blitz. That's exactly what that's designed to do. Still ran right into it, though.
Interesting, they normally signal in the plays. They did not signal in the play this time. I'm wondering, I have a theory, I will share it here after this play. 3rd down and 8. Ball near the left hash mark. The wide side of the field is the near side. Nolan, option play, pitches back to Brown. He's got a blocker in front. He's to the 30. Up the near sideline, 25-20. He's to the 15. He's out of bounds inside that 10-yard line. Bryson Brown, like a rocket, flying up the near sidelines and into the red zone. 1st and goal, Tigers.
31-yard pickup on the scamper there. That's exactly what the Tigers needed. A big play on 3rd down to make the not just flip the field position, but now get a chance to go in and score.
Never have they needed a score like they need one here. Trailing 15-0, 7:09 left to play here in the first half. From the near hash mark, the wide side of the field is left. There is a receiver out there. Egoff is the receiver on the short side. And they will fake the handoff. And Nolan's going to keep it. And he'll run to the end zone. Touchdown! Grady Nolan, a 7-yard touchdown. Warsaw's back in the game with 7:06 to play in the half. It's 15-6.
Exactly what you want out of the quarterback play there with Grady Nolan. He threw a bad interception the first drive. He made a huge hit at about midfield, and then he goes and finishes the drive himself by putting his shoulders down and just driving through into the end zone. Exactly what you want if you're the Tigers to answer.
And the Tigers will kick the extra point. At least try to. Mason Smythe on the season, 18 out of 20, 3 out of 3 last week in Napa Day. Remember, Kyle Snackenberg, the regular center, not here. The snap is bobbled. Villema is going to be sacked back at the 15. The snap was low, and Villema couldn't scoop it up. So it goes as a bad snap and a failed conversion. And with 7:06 to play here in the half, 15-6, Mishawaka. We're back at 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Oh, it sounds too good to be true, and usually it is. Buy this, get that, free. Buy the air conditioner, get the furnace free. That is a sales tactic that you won't hear from Collier's Heating and Air. You will get fair pricing and quality service just as you have been for 35 years. That's what you want. At the end of the day, you'll choose tried, true, and trusted Colliers every time. TrustColliers.com. Listen to the Tigers anywhere in the world at NewsNowWarsaw.com and the News Now Warsaw app.
Tiger touchdown drive, 2 minutes and 42 seconds, and a drive that went 79 yards. Just about the longest drive of the season for Warsaw. They had an 81-yarder last Friday at Northwood. But the extra point failed, and now the Tigers are still down 2 scores. They're down 15-6 with 7:06 left to play here in the first half. The Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show is coming up. We'll have the first half scoring from this game. We'll have 5 minutes of local news coming up for you. And then Jeremy will have the first half stats for us, and we'll give you scores from other games that Steve will be sending our way. Let's see if Bart has something up his sleeve here. Run up and the boot. Nope, Smythe's going to kick it. It'll be deep, and it'll be taken on the run by the up man. And that is across the 20, and he's still going to the 25, to the 30, 35, to the 40, and out of bounds at midfield. 2 guys hit him, and now we've got a problem back upstream. A Tiger and a Mishawaka Caveman got tangled up, and a flag has come in. Let's see what that's about. Tigers had him stopped, and everybody quit. He wiggled out of there and went up the far sideline for another 28 yards. But let's see what this is.
Is this going to be offsetting or on Warsaw? I have a feeling that it's going to be on Warsaw.
Nope. Official is walking over to the middle of the field. Personal foul. Mishawaka. Nope. It's going to be one-sided. If you go by where the flag was, that's going to move the ball back inside the 30-yard line.
That's possibly another break for Warsaw there.
That's another
15-yard penalty. Mishawaka's second on the evening.
Now,
it might have been one of those things that he got pulled. The Warsaw player got pulled on top of him, and then he was just trying to get off and kept getting grabbed, and that's what we didn't see. So it looked like he was pushing him down into the ground, and that might have been the difference there.
So it's going to be first down Mishawaka. The flag, again, is back at the 37-yard line, but it looks like they're going to walk it off from where the run ended. Oh, that can't be. Right?
No, it's from the spot of the foul. It's supposed to be 15 yards.
Nope, that's not what they did.
Raj, I've been on the sidelines a couple times this year doing chains. I'm watching this, and I just don't know how that continues to happen. That is the wrong call.
Well, that's very strange, especially considering the flag was thrown really after the ball carrier was tackled. 6:56 left to play first half. Mishawaka 15, Warsaw 6. And the Cavemen will start from their 34. And up the middle they go, and Gooden again plowing through the Tigers Blowing through tacklers, gains 14 yards all the way out to the 47-yard line.
14 yards, the 9th first down for the offense for Mishawaka, and the longest run of the night for Gooden, 14 yards.
So the Cavemen continue to just run right through the Tigers. That defensive line is healthy. They're one of the sectors of the team that hasn't had injuries or other problems beset it. Fisher, hands off again, good, running to the near side. Another big gain across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 6 more yards for the Mishawaka fullback, who is having himself a pretty good first half.
Yes, he is. He's now up over the 70-yard mark on 14 carries for over 5 yards per carry.
2nd down and 4. Right now, if they want to run it left, they've got people to pin the Tigers in on that left edge. If they want to run it right, they got people to pin them in on the right side. Because when they get to when the running back hits the line of scrimmage, they're in a black shirt anywhere nearby. And they're going to pitch it back. This is Smith. And Bean Smith's got a blocker in front. He's the 40, 35-30. And he's caught and tripped up at the 20-yard line. Mark him at the 19-yard line. A saving tackle out there kept this game at 15-6.
Yes, it was.
Mark the ball at the 19. Bean Smith with his 13th carry of the season. That'll put him over 170 yards. First down, Mishawaka.
Raj, I noticed something that Warsaw 2 plays ago took one of their corners out and brought an extra backer / safety in and put him close to the line of scrimmage. You saw the adjustment by Mishawaka going right outside where that corner would have been.
Fisher from the far hash mark at the 19. He'll keep it. He'll turn upfield. He'll make one man miss and dive across the 15 down near the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 for Brady Fisher, who came into the game with 66 carries for 495 yards and 5 rushing touchdowns.
And really got almost tripped, and it wasn't inadvertent, and it's a good thing that it wasn't called, but it looked like more of instead of a shoelace tackle, feet almost got caught up that upended him there, or that could have been even more.
Play clock at 15 as the play comes in from the far sideline to Brady Fisher in the offense. They wear wristbands just like Warsaw does. They do pretty much everything Warsaw's been doing. They'll hand off the good on the delay. He'll dive to the 10-yard line. I don't think he quite made the first down. He'll be short of the first down by about a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 1 coming up with 4.5 minutes left here in the first half. You heard me right. 4.5 minutes left in the first half. It's not even 7:45 yet.
Crazy.
But that's when Warsaw and Mishawaka get together, that's usually what happens. 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Cavemen. Again, somebody from Warsaw has got to take a chance and dive in there and make a play and get a stop for Warsaw to try to get themselves back into this game. Make Mishawaka kick a field goal here. Fisher hands off to Gooden. He'll run to the right. He got stopped. However, he spun himself around. Did he make the first down? I don't think so.
I don't think they marked it.
No, he's short of the first down by about a foot. It's 4th down and less than 1 to go.
As a defensive lineman, watch the ball. And if I'm Warsaw, I might kick into the gaps. They're lining up over man instead of gap on the strong side there. I'm a little shocked that they may kick down here and see if they can make a big play.
And whistles sound, and we will have a timeout taken. Timeout Warsaw, 3:26 left to play first half. 4th down and 1 coming up from Mishawaka in the Tiger Red Zone, where we come back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Oh, great, my groceries are here. Oh, and my lunch. Hey, Monteith's Best One is here to install my tires. Introducing Mobile Tire Service by Monteith's Best One. The local company you have trusted since 1966 is now on the road, ready to repair or replace your tires at home, at work, or even for your commercial fleet. Ready to make an appointment? Call us today to speak to a live service representative or shoot us an email and a member of our team will be happy to assist you.
Get the latest local news weekdays on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Tiger Talk tomorrow begins at 9 a.m. on News Now Warsaw, the News Now Warsaw app, and at newsnowwarsaw.com. I know who's coming in, but I forgot. Sorry, 54. I don't remember everything. As a matter of fact, I don't remember much. But we will be in there. Bart Curtis will be in the studio. We'll be talking about this football game. We'll talk with some of the players that are playing in this football game here tonight. 4th down and about 1.5 feet for Mishawaka inside the Warsaw 10 with 3:26 left to play in the half. They'll run good to the right, and, boy, I don't know. It looks like he got the first down. He did. He got inside the 9-yard line. That's past the line to gain. 1st and goal, Cavemen with 3:23 left to go before halftime. Mishawaka leading 15-6.
Man, Warsaw is starting to play a little bit more aggressive from the front, and the backers, the inside backers, are starting to be a little more aggressive. You're seeing that bottle up. Let's see if Mishawaka goes back to the outside or continues to try to go right up into the A and B gap,
or goes play action pass.
It's sitting there waiting.
It is.
It's been waiting.
From the 8-yard line, 1st and goal, ball on the right hash mark. That's the far side as we look at it. Fisher under center, sends a man in motion. Takes the snap, hands to Gooden. He'll run right, then come back upfield and dive to the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown, Cavemen. They score again. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and they lead 21-6.
21-6, and just had a chance to make the play there. Play wasn't made. 1 cut. Gooden goes right back up, and a really nice drive there from Mishawaka. And now Warsaw, they need that big play to get back in before half.
So Gooden with his 2nd touchdown, his 6th of the season. Larson for the point after, and the kick is inside the right upright and good. 2:57 left before halftime. Mishawaka 22, Warsaw 6. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
You already know that State Farm agent Ott Schroeder offers great service. But what you probably didn't know is that State Farm also has surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. In fact, new customers call them jaw-dropping. And the surprise isn't reserved just for some. State Farm agent Ott Schroeder has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Kosciuszko County. Give Ott a call at 574-269-2020 for your surprisingly great rates today. Just be sitting down when you do. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
You're listening to the Warsaw Tiger Radio Network. 99.7 FM, 1480 AM. NewsNowWarsaw.com and the News Now Warsaw app.
Roger Grossman, Jeremy Kilgore. Tonight, Rob Renneker is out of town for the weekend. Warsaw will have 2:57 left to try to get on the board before halftime. Warsaw won the toss, so they're going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. So here's how this works. Warsaw gets the ball. They get a touchdown right before halftime. Mishawaka doesn't have time to do anything with it. Warsaw gets the kickoff, goes down and scores, and now you got a brand new ball game. That's the hope here for the Tigers. Larson to kick off from south to north, and he'll drive it, but it will be returnable. Oh, and it's bobbled back there and picked up by Brown. Brown gets away from 1, gets away from 2, and dives to the 20-yard line. Good, the Tigers. Larson, here comes a flag. I mean,
that was if they're going to call a personal foul, that's touchy, unless there was a swing that we missed. I didn't hear the whistle even, and the kids were still going on a block. This is going to be really interesting.
Well, he's pointing to Mishawaka, and the Mishawaka kids staying in the neighborhood are not very happy. Dead ball foul, personal foul, Mishawaka. Oh, hang on. Dead ball foul, personal foul, Warsaw. Offsetting penalties. And because it's after their dead ball fouls, so the ball stays at the 20.
That's ticky-tacky? Can we say that? Is that fair?
What that does, Jeremy, is that sends a message. Like, we're paying attention.
But are they? They didn't even... I'd never heard the whistle. That you blocked through the whistle. I can't be mad at the kid for doing that.
Warsaw down 22-6 with 2:51 left to play in the half. Nolan is going to keep it. He's going to turn right. He got hit and got away. Got out to the 25-yard line. Gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Peyton Jones in the stop for Mishawaka. Tigers with a very impressive drive last time out. Taking the ball from their 21 going 79 yards in 2 minutes and 42 seconds to get their first points of the game. Now it's second down and 5. Grady from the near hash mark. Option play left, and he's going to get hit and throw it for a loss. A loss back to the 23. It's a loss of 2, and it's third down and 7.
So it's just over 2 minutes left here in the half. I think you're going to let this clock bleed all the way down. I believe Warsaw still has 2 timeouts. I don't think they'll burn one here, but you could see it happen.
No, they won't burn one, but Mishawaka's got 3, and they'll start burning them to get the ball back and have a chance to score here before halftime.
I'm a little shocked that they didn't burn one there.
It was possible. They will definitely burn one here if Warsaw doesn't get a first down. Nolan whistles. Oh, now Mishawaka takes timeout.
A lot of confusion there. Defensive backs are lined up on the wrong side.
Timeout, Caveman. 1:36 left in the half. 22-6, Mishawaka. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Music has been a huge part of my life, largely playing and teaching guitar. Whatever your passion or favorite activity may be, you need a good night's rest. And that's why sleeping on a good mattress from Reinhold's Furniture in Warsaw is so important. Your mattress should be working all night to give you comfort and support, so you wake up feeling rested and ready for another active day. Check out the great options from Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster when you visit Reinhold's Town Square Furniture, your friends in the mattress business.
News Now Warsaw, WRSW 1480 AM and W259 BJ 99.7 FM, Warsaw, Indiana.
Roger and Jeremy back at Fisher Field. Warsaw trailing 22-6 with 1:36 left to play in the first half. Stay tuned. The Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show is on your way. First half scoring, local news with Jim Miller. We'll have first down and about 7 for Warsaw. They have to get the ball to the 30 to get a first down and keep this drive alive. Nolan pitches back for Brown. They have it strung out. He'll cut upfield. He got the first down, I think. Yes, sir, he did. Brownie with a first down. What a run by Bryson Brown, running the football as hard as he's run it all season. First down, Tigers, and that's a huge pickup for Warsaw.
And Warsaw's still not in the hurry up here. I think that might be a mistake.
No, they don't throw the ball, Jeremy. They're not going to throw this football down the field. They want to run and get into halftime as quickly as possible. If they get a first down here, they probably take a knee. From the 30-yard line. Ball in the near hash mark. Nolan whistles sound. And Mishawaka takes timeout. That's interesting. 1:05 left to play here in the first half. Warsaw trails Mishawaka 22-6. We're back here in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Hello, I'm Jay Rigdon. At Rocky Pinnock, we work hard to earn your business. Our clients entrust us with their families, their businesses, and their futures. That's why we make sure we use the latest technology to stay current on the law. It's why we pool our combined experience, over 200 years of it, to give our clients the best possible solutions for their legal problems. If you want us on your side, call 267-6116 for an appointment. Rock Hill Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
Dave Ramsey, weeknights at 6 on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
1:05 left in the half. Mishawaka now has taken 2 timeouts. They have 1 left. That's a really interesting place for Keith Kinner to take one.
That was a very odd timeout there, unless they just felt like there was something off in the alignments.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing it could be. Because at this point, Warsaw's probably not going to get too frisky here. They would like to just get into halftime. From the 30-yard line, option play, pitch back. Brown hit at the line of scrimmage, and he got a yard out to the 31. The play was initially broken up by Aiden Hooten. He had help from Snyder on the tackle. Second down and 9 coming up. 50 seconds left to play here in the half. The difference between the play clock and the game clock is about 18 seconds. So if Warsaw snaps it here and Mishawaka chooses not to take their last time out, then the half will come to an end. Nolan dropping back to throw, rolling out, throws it on the run, and it's caught. But the guy who caught the ball caught it with his knee on the ground. The catch was made by Jack Burrell, and that was at the 31-yard line. And now Warsaw, look at this. Warsaw's hurrying to the line of scrimmage. Well, the players all ran to the line of scrimmage. Warsaw is not going to call a play. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and that's going to do it for the first half. Halftime here at Fisher Field, week number 6 of the high school football season, and it's been all Cavemen offense here in the first half. They lead Warsaw 22-6. First half scoring comes your way on the Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show next on News Now Warsaw.
Bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, car stalls won't start, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, wrecking any state, and need the best rates, take the next step, call Riker Denep, go with the guys who got the best tools, if you get in a wreck, they'll come and get you, bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, call Riker Denep to come get you.
Remember, when you get in a wreck,
call Riker Denep.
Hey, it's Andrew from Bobcat of Warsaw. And once again, it's time for football games under the lights on Friday night. It's also time to think about taking care of your Bobcat equipment and Cub Cadet or X-Mark mower you've been working hard all summer long. You should give it a pat on the back by bringing it to us for that fall service so it can relax all winter long and be ready for spring. We would like to pass on a huge thank you to this amazing community that we live in. We are very proud to have you as neighbors and friends. This proud sponsor of Warsaw Tiger Football just wants to say thanks. Booyah!
Once there was a dude who needed a new ride. That dude right there.
Yeah, I'm long overdue on doing some trading.
Man, you need to get to R&B Car Company for sizzling summer savings.
They got big trucks?
And little cars, too. Know what the hardest part is?
No.
Having to choose.
I can dig it.
Okay, now get online and get yourself pre-approved.
RBCarCompany.com.
At RB Car Company, the prices are so cool.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, make a puppet drool. Shop now at RBCarCompany.com.
Hey, you've got a great-looking car.
Yeah?
Except for that ding in your door. Oh, got that in the parking lot. Well, your affordable solution is CarTech. CarTech. They use a paintless dent repair process that restores your car to make it beautiful and shiny again. Many dents are repaired the same day, whether at their shop or your driveway. For dents and dings and hail damage repair, it's CarTech, your last stop before the body shop. That's C-A-R-R, CarTechDents.com. Tiger Talk, driven by R&B Car Company. Saturday at 9 on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM, 1480 AM, online at newsnowwarsaw.com, and at the News Now Warsaw app.
The Warsaw Band is taking the field, but first, the homecoming ceremonies here at Warsaw Community High School. 4 Kings and 4 Queen candidates from each of the 4 classes at Warsaw Community High School will be introduced to the crowd here at Fisher Field momentarily. And we will tell you who the King and Queen are coming up. The halftime show is brought to you by Lakeside Chevrolet, Kosciuszko County's hometown dealer. Lakeside's the only new or used dealer in Warsaw to offer warranty forever, so find your new ride at Lakeside. Mishawaka took the opening kickoff and marched her right down the field. They started from their 18-yard line. They went 82 yards in 6 minutes and 59 seconds. Brady Fisher went the final 3 feet to get the Cavemen on the board, and then Fisher threw a pass to Trey Thomas for 2. And at 5:01 of the opening quarter, Mishawaka led 8-0. It stayed that way into quarter number 2. Warsaw had the ball once. They ran a 2-yard run up the middle with Flores Ortega, and then Nolan threw a long pass down the middle of the field that was intercepted. Mishawaka went right back down the field, 52 yards. The final 2 going from Chase Gooden, and that made it 14-0. Lucas Larson added the extra point, and with 10:48 left to play in the second, it was 15-0. Then the Tigers got on the board. A must touchdown situation. Grady Nolan on a 7-yard run made it 15-6. That capped off a touchdown drive of 79 yards for the Tigers in 2 minutes and 42 seconds. But the extra point snap was bad. Remember, the Tigers' long snapper, Kyle Schnackberg, is out at least this week and maybe next week with concussion-like symptoms. And so the snap was not very good. Tigers had to settle for 6. Mishawaka then went right back down the field again, scored with 2:57 left to play in the half, an 8-yard run again by Gooden, his 2nd of the night, his 6th of the season, and that made it 22-6 with 2:57 left to play in the half. And Warsaw ran out the clock in the first half. So that's the scoring from the first half here on the Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show. When we come back, 5 minutes of news. Again, homecoming. We have a longer halftime, so we got time for local news from Jim for 5 minutes. Then Jeremy will come back and we'll talk about the first half stats in just a little bit. Warsaw trails Mishawaka 22-6 here at halftime, and we have news next on News Now Warsaw.
I'm your neighbor. You see me at Optimist, you see me at church, you see me at the grocery store. I'm just a regular guy with a law degree who has the know-how to get you to win. I'm Travis McConnell, your personal injury lawyer. With millions of dollars won for clients, call me. I'll give you my personal cell, and we can start working together. The initial call is always free. I handle all types of injuries, falls, crashes, defective products, and more. Call me today, Travis McConnell, your personal injury lawyer. Just say, hey, Google, look up the law office of Travis McConnell. Office, Warsaw.
Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts invites you this fall to the widest variety of custom trailers and golf carts in northern Indiana. Elliott's Trailers and Carts are the northern Indiana authorized dealer for E-Z-Go personal golf carts, the #1 golf cart in the world. The brand new E-Z-Go Elite and Valora carts are in stock. Plus, you can get financing on any E-Z-Go golf cart through Sheffield Financial LLC. Hurry in for the best season-ending prices at your only authorized E-Z-Go dealer. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, US 30 East Warsaw, where you are always a winner.
Lakeside Chevrolet has over 25 new vehicles and over 2,550 used vehicles on the ground ready to sell. With over 20 different lenders on hand, Lakeside can get anyone approved. Now through the end of the month, get up to $1,500 over fair market value for your trade-in. Lakeside Chevrolet, home of the warranty forever with locations in Warsaw and Huntington. Visit Lakeside for your new ride.
You see a worn, out-of-date shower. We see an up-to-date shower with a beautiful glass enclosure custom designed for you. A Glass Doctor specialist will transform your old shower into a bright, upscale sanctuary that's timeless. It may even increase your home's resale value, all for less than you might think. Schedule an in-home design consultation with a Glass Doctor specialist today.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your paint. Oh, yeah!
From the News Now Warsaw News Desk, I'm Phil Miller. Well, Tuesday, the Claypool Town Council held the public hearing of the 2023 budget ahead of the regular meeting. Next year's budget estimate includes $169,000 general fund, over $17,000 for local roads and streets, $28,000 for motor vehicle highway, and $6,000 for cemetery fund. There's no budgeted rainy day fund for 2023. Tyler Koffel from Baker Tilly presenting budget cash flows to the council and answered questions on receipts and disbursements. Operating receipts total $190,000, while operating disbursements total $169,000. There's an estimated $20,000 positive cash flow expected next year. Indiana Chamber of Commerce's Coolest Thing Made in Indiana contest returns to crown a new Hoosier manufacturer that personifies the innovative spirit. Entries for the fan-voted competition being accepted through October 20th. There's no entry fee. To participate, the company does not need to be headquartered in Indiana, but the product entered must be manufactured in the state. Companies limited to having one product nominated. The competition and voting kicks off October 24. The Hoosier Hysteria Style Single Elimination Online Tournament is open to all types of makers in both veteran manufacturers and building entrepreneurs. A Fort Wayne woman says she was sexually assaulted last October. Donnie Burgess reports this story is intuitive for all listeners.
The women of Fort Wayne know him as Mad Max. His real name is Jaquel Belcher, a 29-year-old man wanted for raping a woman last October, reports Wayne TV. That woman says Belcher led her into his apartment at Colony Bay, and she eventually went to sleep. She woke up to Belcher raping her. She asked him to stop, but he didn't. Detectives got a DNA sample from Belcher, which matched DNA found at the crime scene. Now there's a warrant out for his arrest, and the cops need your help finding him.
Mitch Daniels, current Purdue University president and former Indiana governor, touted the success of the university under his tenure during a speech to the Warsaw Optimist Club Wednesday at the Kosciuszko County Fairgrounds. Applications have more than doubled in the time Daniels has been at Purdue, and 69,000 from around the world seeking to go to Purdue this year. He said the university has grown by 30% to meet that demand. At the Lafayette campus, there are over 50,000 students at Purdue, 38,000 undergraduates, 12,000 graduate students. There's a growing number of online graduate students. Daniels says this is the 10th year the university has not increased tuition as it has had a tuition freeze. The Lake Town Council approved a number of documents related to the Miller Sunset Pavilion. Council approved 2 ordinances related to using bonds to pay for the remaining balance of the pavilion. Council first looked at those ordinances at an August meeting located along Park Avenue at the site of the former Billy Sunday Tabernacle. Pavilion will contain an ice rink and offers space for concerts and other community events. To construct the pavilion, the town has used a process called BOT. It stands for Build, Operate, and Transfer. It means a developer can essentially complete a project and later shift ownership to a government entity. There was a shooting outside of a church in Indy Thursday. 3 people hurt. Harrison Silcox reports.
And it happened in the parking lot of a church. I'm Harrison Silcox. IMPD was called to Broadway United Methodist Church off Fall Creek Parkway just after 1. Police say 2 men and a woman had been shot. One of them was in critical condition, another was serious, and a third just had minor injuries. Investigators think the shooting happened during a fight about a landscaping job, and the church's parking lot was where they planned on meeting. If you know anything about what happened, give IMPD a call.
NIPSCO and the Nice Source Charitable Foundation announcing $50,000 donation to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Indiana over the next 2 years. Donation will go towards expanding the Conservation Buddies program dedicated to environmental education. With a donation from NIPSCO and the Nice Source Charitable Foundation, BBBS will fund programming, equipment, and supplies for 2 years. They'll partner with local organizations such as Boy Scouts of America to host 20 activities, including 2 overnight campouts for 50 matches, and provide professional case management for 10 new big and little matches. Indiana Criminal Justice Institute awarding $67 million in federal grants to more than 190 public and nonprofit entities through the Victims of Crime Act program. Funding used to provide direct services and assistance to crime victims throughout the state. Local organizations receiving grant money and the amount include in Kosciuszko County, Kosciuszko County Shelter for Abuse, doing business as Beeman Home, CASA of Kosciuszko County, Safe Harbor Child Advocacy Center in Wabash County, and VOCA funding is provided by the Office for Victims of Crime under the U.S. Department of Justice and comes from the fines and restitution paid by convicted federal offenders. For News Now Warsaw, I'm Jim Miller. For more, head to newsnowwarsaw.com.
Enjoy the next level of fun on the water with help from Splendor Boats. Place your order now on Quest Pontoons or a Splendor custom-built power catamaran deck boat. Ask about their indoor, safe, and clean off-season boat storage, winterization, shrink wrapping, and pontoon redecking. Or have Splendor's custom upholstery and canvas refit or repair individual cushions, covers, or tops. Plus, schedule your spring boat arrival so you don't have to wait next year. Visit them in Warsaw or Silver Lake or online at SplendorBoatsWarsaw.com. Splendor Boats, a small family business for big family fun.
Community involvement has always been important to Crossroads Bank, and one way they show that is by supporting the local schools. Whether it's cheering them on in the stands or taking part in community programs, you'll find Crossroads Bank rooting for the home team. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Where your bank and your life meet, Crossroads Bank.
It's that time of year again. Football is back, and soon it's time to sign up for the open enrollment of Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part D drug plans, and individual health care plans through the Affordable Care Act. Contact JBC and Associates to update new plan designs and find out about increased subsidies to help reduce marketplace premiums. Call John at 574-527-1295. Call with any questions and be ready to sign up for the Medicare plans beginning October 15th and for individual health care plans on November 1st. Go Tigers!
I am a Colts fan. I'm a Bears fan. And you out there are Warsaw Tiger fans.
Whoever you root for, in order to win the game, your team needs a head coach with an effective game plan. We at Alder for Bergen can help you develop and implement a financial game plan for your family's future. So if you're a Colts fan, a Tiger fan, a Bears fan, or a fan of any other team,
except the Patriots, Alder for Bergen can be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alder for Bergen and Company, 122 West Market Street in Warsaw, and online at alderforbergen.com.
Give us 15 minutes. We'll give you the world. This is News Now Warsaw.
Before we give you the halftime stats, we need to tell you that Ian Nichols, offensive split end for the Tiger football team, and Anna Bozzoni, who's part of the swim team at Warsaw, were the king and queen for the homecoming here in 2022, and our congratulations go to them. It's time for the halftime stats. They're brought to you by Alderfer Bergen & Company. Let them be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alderfer Bergen & Company, 122 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at alderferbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Mishawaka in the first half had 11 first downs. They ran the ball 31 times for 175 yards. They threw one pass, and that was for 21 yards and helped set up their first touchdown. So they ran 32 plays for 196 yards. They had no turnovers in the first half, although, as Jeremy has pointed out correctly, they have exposed the ball a couple of times. They just didn't fumble it all the way, and there wasn't a Warsaw player there close enough to cause it any trouble. And then penalties, Mishawaka 3 penalties for 20 yards. Warsaw just 5 first downs in the first half. 12 rushing plays. Those 12 rushing plays went for 99 yards, which is a very good total, especially per rush average. They're over 8 yards a carry. 1 completion and 2 passing attempts for 1 yard. There was 1 interception, which means Warsaw in the first half ran 14 total plays for 100 yards. The turnovers, 1 interception for Warsaw. That was their turnover. That eventually led to points for the Cavemen, and Warsaw was penalized 2 times in the first half for a total of 5 yards. The numbers that stand out here, Jeremy, the numbers to talk about, total number of plays run. Mishawaka 32, Warsaw 14.
That's the difference. That is one of the biggest differences in third down conversions. That's the ball game right there, and the turnover hurt, but Warsaw had a chance to answer, and they did after they got the ball back. It was just, I'm waiting to see what the next defensive adjustment is. We saw a corner come out, and they brought an extra linebacker in. Are they going to maybe put an extra down lineman in? Are you going to go the old school 4-4 with a stack? I don't think you're going to see that, but I would almost like to go and see an extra lineman up there or something.
I doubt that they're going to make any sort of that kind of adjustment. Mishawaka knows Warsaw, and Warsaw knows Mishawaka because they almost are one and the same.
Yeah.
And I believe that what is happening in the Warsaw locker room here at halftime, the defensive locker room, is more about being quicker off the ball, getting off the snap, moving and trying to penetrate this Mishawaka front 5. Mishawaka's offensive line has done an excellent job of pinning in the outside linebackers and the ends and not allowing them to force the play back to the middle, and that's a large part of why they're running the ball so effectively 31 times for almost 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, running the ball, and Warsaw's had a couple chances to make some plays. Backers, safeties, they have to break down when they get to the outside and make sure that forces back in, or at least stand the man up and slow him in his tracks. That's been a huge difference as well, as I would really like to go back later and you'll see through the tape. I wonder how many missed tackles or opportunities were there and the gaps weren't filled.
We'll see it because the coaches chart that, so we will see that when the new stats come out on Monday. And tonight is the TV 46 game of the week. It is not be showing live, but it is being shown on the TV 46 replay at 11 o'clock tonight and 9 a.m. tomorrow. 22-6. Mishawaka leads Warsaw. We'll come back and give you some scores after this timeout on News Now Warsaw.
False start, pass interference, offsides.
All bad things in football.
Spotty dishes, rust stains, dry skin and hair.
All bad things when it comes to your water. Rab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
Folks around here don't respond well to high-pressure sales tactics, especially from a business that just recently popped up in our town. So if you hear, buy the furnace, get the air conditioner free, or this offer is only good today, Let that be your clue to get a free second opinion from Collier's Heating and Air. No pressure, just a comparison so you don't get taken advantage of. Get a free second opinion from Collier's. 35 years in Warsaw. Go to trustcolliers.com.
Oh, great. My groceries are here. Oh, and my lunch. Hey, Monteith's Best One is here to install my tires. Introducing Mobile Tire Service by Monteith's Best One. The local company you have trusted since 1966 is now on the road, ready to repair or replace your tires at home, at work, or even for your commercial fleet. Ready to make an appointment? Call us today to speak to a live service representative or shoot us an email and a member of our team will be happy to assist you.
Where can you get good neighbor service and surprisingly great insurance rates? At State Farm. Because State Farm agent Ott Schroeder is your one-stop shop in Kosciuszko County for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop looking around. State Farm agent Ott Schroeder is ready to help. Call 574-269-2020 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Now, back to the Warsaw Tigers on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Dealer. Lakeside's the only newer used dealer in Warsaw to offer warranty forever, so find your new ride at Lakeside. We start the third after these messages on News Now Warsaw.
Hi, this is Mike from Reinhold's Town Square Furniture in downtown Warsaw. We're a family-owned business that treats people the way we like to be treated. We've been doing this since 1936 and still hold on to the core values of quality furniture, service before and after the sale, free delivery, and even in-store financing. At Reinhold's, you'll find a great selection of furniture for every room in your home, from companies like Lazy Boy, Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Smith Brothers of Bern. Reinhold's Town Square Furniture, your friends in the furniture business.
Hello, I'm Jay Rigdon. At Rocky Pinnock, we celebrated our 100th anniversary right in the middle of the pandemic. As you know, that was a tough time for a lot of us. But at Rocky Pinnock, we remain committed to a bright future for all of us in Kosciuszko County. Whether you need someone in court to represent you, in an office to prepare the best possible estate plan, or just some common sense legal advice, at Rocky Pinnock, we will be here for you today and tomorrow. Call 267-6116 for an appointment. Rocky Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
Bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, car stalls won't start, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, a wreck in any state, and need the best rates, take the next step, call Riker Denep, go with the guys who got the best tools, if you get in a wreck, they'll come and get you, bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, call Riker Denep to come get you.
Remember, when you get in a wreck,
call Riker Denep.
This is Warsaw's news and information station. News Now Warsaw.
Tigers are ready to go to start the third. Mishawaka is still stretching. People in the press box still eating. Amy and Leslie. Amy Berg, Leslie Jackson. Home cooks the meal for this evening. Pulled pork. Mac and cheese, the famous mac and cheese. And I will tell you something. I'm not about mixing stuff up. When people make stuff, I like it the way they make it because they put some thought into it. If you take a little of this sweet barbecue sauce, just kind of drizzle it over the top. Not a lot, just a little, and then mix that in. That mac and cheese gets just a little bit tastier.
You don't have to convince me.
Oh, mercy.
Holy cow, you don't have to.
I love it. So we thank them and the people that are cooking out down below. Sent up some food. That has disappeared.
Not shocking by any stretch.
No, not shocking at all by any stretch of the imagination. And we're grateful that the people here at Warsaw Community High School take such good care of us over the course of the evening and the course of the season. After tonight, just one more home game. 3 games left in the regular season. Next week, the Tigers will be at Wallasey for the W game. 6:15 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff. 2 weeks from tonight is the final regular season home date. Goshen will be here for that. And then the final game of the regular season is at Northridge. So this new schedule that the NLC is operating under goes for this year and next year. So next year we will start at Plymouth to start the conference play. And then all of a sudden I'm blanking out.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
You'll remember it.
And I will. That's what happens when you go old, Jeremy. Just remember that. Oh, Concord. Then Concord and Northwood will come here for weeks 4 and 5. We'll go to Mishawaka, then the W Trophy game. So it'll be inverted. The only thing that stays the same is that for each of the 14 years that we're doing this schedule, Northridge will be our opponent the final year of it.
There you go.
We're ready to begin the third quarter. Lucas Larson, again, who scored for the Mishawaka soccer team in their game last night, has it teed up at the 40 in the far hash mark. It's a high, short chip kick. Is there anybody be there to catch it? No. It's going to bounce around, and finally a Tiger picks it up at the 18-yard line, and he'll struggle out to the 24.
Roger, that's now 3 of the 4 kickoffs have been on the ground at some point. There was no adjustment made. He's only had 1 kick that's gone inside the 10-yard line. Why aren't the upmen at about the 14 or 15-yard line is head-scratcher to me. Lucky to get that back, honestly.
Yeah. The truth is, they should be running up and catching that ball on the fly, as you said.
On the run.
Again, it's almost like they forget the rules, because that's a live ball. If Mishawaka would have got to it first, they would have had the football.
With the chance to advance also.
Yes, and that would have pretty much been the end of the game if that would have happened. All right, so Warsaw down by 16, starting quarter number 3, half number 2, goes to work from their 24. And Reed Zollinger is in the backfield. And Nolan lost the football. It's rolling around loose, and Mishawaka's recovered. Nolan got hit from the blind side. The ball popped out. And it's recovered by Brady Newsom. And Mishawaka takes over with 11:51 left to go in the third with a chance to put their foot on the Tigers' throats at the 27-yard line.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. For as many good plays the Tigers do, they just continue to lose themselves in every aspect of the game. A second turnover in 2 drives. They've had 3 plays, 2 turnovers, and 2 huge drives.
Well, again, the defense is asked to rise up and make a play. Brady Fisher and company, they run left with Gooden. He runs over one man and runs inside the 25 down to the 22. You see, how do you stop these guys? Well, I don't know how you stop them, because Gooden is just as wide as he is tall. He runs hard. He came out shaking that shoulder. He might be hurt. Remember, he missed, I believe it was 3 games with a shoulder injury. He stays in after getting 5 yards. Second down and 5 from the 22. Mishawaka looking for a huge score and a chance to perhaps put the game on ice here early in the third. Fisher is going to keep it run right, turn upfield, 20. Leaps past the man at the 15. He's down near the 12-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Cavemen on a gain of 12 yards.
12 yards, wide open there, trying to jump over. Brady Fisher has some moves to him for a bigger guy, and that was a great run by him. He also had the ball much closer, I noticed, that time than he did in the first half.
6'3", 190 is junior, so he'll be around for another year.
I won't be surprised if he could go up and dunk on the goalpost if he scored.
Oh, no doubt. First and goal from the 13 officially. Fisher takes his time. Goes under center, sends a man in motion, and they'll run Gooden off the left, and he'll get to the 10. Morgan Johnson was the first guy there. Corbin Johnston was there to help him. Gain of 2.
Gain of 2, and that's just a switch up, and now that shoulder's going to be a problem.
Yeah, he can't continue. They're going to take him out,
and he's hurting.
There's a big game coming up for them very soon against the team from Napanee.
Novell Miller's going to sub in here as the fullback now.
Miller's been playing, and he's been leading them in this role. He's not as big as Gooden, but he's faster. Fisher from the 10, hands off to Miller, and he runs right up the middle, inside the 5, and he'll drag guys down to the goal line. He did not get in. He didn't get in, but he got a first down. It'll be first and goal for Mishawaka at the 1-yard line.
Give him pick up about 11 there, and that's on the half-yard line or so.
But right now, Warsaw's defense, again, has to be out of gas. The offense has not done their part tonight. They've run 16 total plays here in the third quarter. 2 plays in this quarter before they fumbled and gave Mishawaka the ball at the 27, and the Cavemen are looking for what could be a clinching score. 9:30 left to play, third quarter. Fisher hands off to Miller. He dives the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Cavemen. They score again. Miller, replacing Gooden, scores his 9th rushing touchdown of the season, and it is 28-6, Cavemen.
28-6, and looking for more. They'll kick the field goal wisely here, I think, and just the only thing that really hurts about that drive is Chase Gooden grabbing his shoulder again.
Yeah, that's not good for them. Larson for the point after. Snap, spot, kick is away, and I think it was blocked. But it went through anyway. Tigers got a handle on it, couldn't keep it out of the goalpost. 9:24 left to play in the third. 29-6, Mishawaka. We're back in 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Hey, it's Andrew from Bobcat of Warsaw. And once again, it's time for football games under the lights on Friday night. It's also time to think about taking care of your Bobcat equipment and Cut Cadet or X-Mark mower you've been working hard all summer long. You should give it a pat on the back by bringing it to us for that fall service so it can relax all winter long and be ready for spring. We would like to pass on a huge thank you to this amazing community that we live in. We are very proud to have you as neighbors and friends. This proud sponsor of Warsaw Tiger football just wants to say thanks.
Booyah! Once there was a dude who needed a new ride. That dude right there.
Yeah, I'm long overdue on doing some trading.
Man, you need to get to R&B Car Company for sizzling summer savings.
They got big trucks?
And little cars, too. Know what the hardest part is?
No.
Having to choose.
I can dig it.
Okay, now get online and get yourself pre-approved.
RBCarCompany.com.
At RB Car Company, the prices are so cool.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, make a puppet drool. Shop now at RBCarCompany.com.
Get the latest local news weekdays on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Well, the Tigers with a great chance right off the bat to start the third quarter with the possession, down 22-6. 2 plays into the third. They fumble the football. It's recovered by Mishawaka. They punch it in, and now it's 29-6. And Larson will kick off. And the Tigers realign their kick return team. And Larson's going to pitch this one high and short. This will be taken by an up man at the 14-yard line. 15-20. Cuts to the middle, 25, and almost to the 30-yard line. Corbin Johnston on the return for the Tigers. And Warsaw will take over right at the 30-yard line with 9:19 left to play in the third quarter. And Warsaw's losing right now 29-6.
29-6, and you're hoping for some big plays. Let's see what happens. No wrinkles. Just go and see what you can do.
Well, this offense isn't built to do down 23 in the third quarter. They're just not. Northwood is, but that's what makes Northwood. Warsaw has run this so much over the last 4.5 years here, and for a decade before that at Mishawaka. And it's a great offense when you're leading, but it is not so much when you're not. The ball carrier up the middle is Reed Zollinger, who's in the game as the fullback. Herman Flores Ortega is in the game. They put him at halfback. We saw this wrinkle in practice yesterday. I asked Herman, I said, what do you think? He goes, I love it. I love it. It's like he's seen the world from a different perspective. Jeremy has flown. I have flown. It's like being up at 40,000 feet in an airplane and how different the world looks. Not being in the middle of the pile on every play looks different. He's on the wing on the right. There he goes in motion. They're going to pitch it to him to the short side of the field. He'll turn upfield. Watch him go across the 40, out near the 45-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 44-yard line. That'll be a gain of 12 and a first down for Warsaw.
First down and just a much better opening. I really like the switch with Zollinger going into fullback there and getting some quick motion. I think that's what you're going to have to continue to do is start working the outside. They've really pounded the inside. You got to start getting the outside 5.
Well, and you got to get the ball to Herman. He is your best offensive player. They have not been able to create space for him. First down, Warsaw. 8.5 minutes left to play in the third. Tigers down 29-6. Nolan. And the ball is loose again. And Mishawaka's recovered again. The exchange between Nolan and Zollinger was bad. And Mishawaka has the football at the Tiger 43-yard line. Warsaw's third turnover of the night. The first two have been cashed in for points.
That's bad. That's going to probably, unless you see something happen, big change, you're not going to see Warsaw be able to come back.
Well, what's going to have to happen is they're going to have to figure out a way to get this ball back. They're going to have to figure out a way defensively to stop Mishawaka, which they have not done yet here tonight.
I'm not even sure if there's a punter on the roster at this rate.
It's Larson, but they haven't needed him. Back-to-back possessions with fumbles, 3 turnovers for Warsaw. Fisher, hands off up the middle for Miller. Miller fumbled the football. Warsaw says they got it, and they do. Nathaniel Rosas comes out of the pile with it. Mishawaka gives it right back with 8:24 left to go in the third, and Warsaw has their big play that they needed.
And that's the answer you wanted. That was very, very crucial because all momentum was gone, and now you get yourself just a little bit further back into this. So now if you're Warsaw, take advantage of it and go try to make a big play. Huge play there to fall on that Warsaw. Very excited. Roses did exactly what you want.
Doesn't look like any significant changes to the Warsaw offensive unit. Nolan the quarterback, Brown on the left, Zollinger back to the right, and Flores Ortega back in the backfield. First and 10 from the Tiger 42. They're going to pitch it back to Brown. Brown trying to turn upfield. There's lots of cavemen in the neighborhood, and they stop him for a gain of about a half a yard. So essentially no gain. Beautifully done by Balin Eby, 5'11", 200-pound senior. Second down and 10. 8 minutes, 8 seconds left to play here in the third. Mishawaka with a 29-6 lead. Here trying to beat Warsaw for the first time in Northern Lakes Conference play.
I felt like that play, you kind of knew that they were going to go back to it, and that was the time that probably was sniffed out that they're going to start running wide again.
2 wide outs to the left. That's the wide side of the field. On second down and almost the full 10 to get. Dolan takes the snap. Whistle sound. Flags fly. Timeout Mishawaka. Timeout Cavemen. 7:41 left to play in our third quarter. It's Mishawaka 29, Warsaw 6. We're back here in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Car Tech on Buffalo Street are your paintless dent repair specialists. Do you have a ding or a dent in your vehicle? If the paint isn't cracked, then Car Tech can fix it. And nobody will ever know.
They'll never know.
What about hail damage? Hail? Yes, they can fix that. Car Tech are your hail damage specialists. Parking lot door dings? They fix those too. Restore your vehicles to dent-free with Car Tech, your last stop before the body shop. That's CARR, cartechdents.com.
Listen to the Tigers anywhere in the world at newsnowwarsaw.com and the News Now Warsaw app.
Warsaw and Wallasey will play for the W Trophy next Friday in Syracuse at Warrior Field. We'll be on the air starting at 6:15. Kickoff at 7 o'clock here on News Now Warsaw. Tomorrow, Cubs and Pirates. That's a night game, 6:05 or 6 o'clock. With pregame coverage on News Now Warsaw. And then Sunday, Colts and Chiefs. And by the way, that game is not on local CBS affiliate. So if you want to know what's going on in the game, listen to News Now Warsaw. We'll have the call with Matt Taylor. And option up the middle, and Nolan kept it, and he got hit hard. Stopped by Isaac Valdez after a gain of 1. 3rd down and 9. Clock running, 7.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 29-6 Mishawaka. And the Tigers, after forcing a fumble, have the ball back, but face 3rd down and, well, they gave him to the 44, which is generous. So it's 3rd down and 8.
That was a very generous spot. Big hit there by Mishawaka, though. Read that right away, right in the gap, and met Grady Nolan right there.
On the near hash mark at the 44 in Tiger territory. Flores Ortega behind Nolan. They'll run the option. They'll pitch it left to Zollinger. He will get to the 45. He'll get to the 50. So going 45-40, 35-30. Afterburners are on, and he'll go all the way for a touchdown. 66 yards for Reed Zollinger, and it's 29 to not what?
56. 56 yards. That ball started on the 44-yard line. 56 yards.
Oh, you're right. 50 what? Say it one more time.
56 yards.
56 yards. And the Tigers are on the board, 29 to 12.
Sorry, Raj. I was just trying to correct you.
No, I appreciate that.
Great run, though. And you continue to go to the outside, just like what we talked about. Now the Tigers are going to be forced to go for 2. I like going aggressive here after a big play.
They'll go for the 2 here. They've got 2 wide, the wide out to the right. They've got Herman in the backfield. Wings on either side of the formation. Nolan, option right, tucks it, keeps it, got hit, got nothing. He did not score. He didn't gain any yards either. So it's 6:46 left to play in the third. 29-12 Mishawaka. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
I'm your neighbor. You see me at Optimist, you see me at church, you see me at the grocery store. I'm just a regular guy with a law degree who has the know-how to get you the win. I'm Travis McConnell, your personal injury lawyer. With millions of dollars won for clients, call me. I'll give you my personal cell, and we can start working together. The initial call's always free. I handle all types of injuries, falls, crashes, defective products, and more. Call me today, Travis McConnell, your personal injury lawyer. Just say, hey, Google, look up the law office of Travis McConnell. Office, Warsaw.
You're listening to the Warsaw Tiger Radio Network, 99.7 FM, 1480 AM, NewsNowWarsaw.com, and the News Now Warsaw app.
Roger and Jeremy back with you at Fisher Field. Rob will be back next week for the W game. 29-12 now the score. Mishawaka turned it over. He finally failed on a possession. How about that?
First time. Raj, I want to go back to that 2-point conversion for just a second while he lines up to kick. The offensive line switched sides there. Did you notice that?
Yes.
I haven't seen that much.
They do that a lot.
I guess I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, they do that a lot. They have certain plays that they want certain, just like you have certain pass plays that you want to throw to a certain player. They do the same thing with linemen. You don't see that a lot, but they do that a lot. Let's see if Warsaw, again, has anything in mind here special. It's a high chip kick, and the fair catch called for and made on the slide at the 32-yard line. Catch made by Jack Troyer.
Troyer was very smart there. That's not a play that all high school kids know, that you can fair catch that kick. And he went and slid under it. It looked like a center fielder sliding under a ball. That's a great play by him, and a very heads-up play.
So from the 33, with 6:46 left to play in the third quarter, Mishawaka leading Warsaw 29-12. And again, the Tigers need to make something happen here. And this is going to be a pitch sweep around the far side. One man to beat. He beat him and goes out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 15-yard run for Bean Smith, running that option sweep around the end.
Bean Smith with 14 yards there. And continue. You go inside, go inside, go inside, go outside. And that's the difference.
First down at 10. Cavemen from the 47-yard line on their side of the 50. Brady Fisher, who's done a terrific job tonight, hands off to Gooden, who's back in the game after re-injuring that shoulder. He'll get the ball across the 50. Be marked down at about the 48-yard line. 48 of the Tigers, I should say. So it ends up being a gain of about 6 and brings up second down and 4. Approaching the midpoint.
He goes back out, and he's limping now.
They probably should just let him take the rest of the night off. They got a big game against Northwood coming up. They're going to need him. So Gooden is out. Miller is back in. Second down and 5 after a gain of 5. Fisher, option right, keeps it, turns upfield, and takes 5 Tigers with him for 4 yards to the 44. It'll be short of the first down by about a half a yard. It'll be third down and less than 1.
And Brady Fisher held that ball up yet again over his shoulder pads. Tigers started punching at it. He brought it down. Perfect timing. Yet again, Tigers defense starting to see that.
Third down and about a foot. Fisher will walk to the line of scrimmage. 15 on the play clock. He'll duck under center. Now he stands up. Changing the play on third and a foot. That's interesting. Fisher takes a snap, hands off up the middle. Miller, and he's got a hole, and he's across the 40, down to the 35, and goes down at the 34. First down, Cavemen. 5:05 left to play third quarter. Mishawaka leading Warsaw 29-12.
And gap assignment, they went hard on the backside, got caught on the front side. The switch on the side by Fisher there, I think he saw something might have happened. Wisely switches the sides, the fullback goes up, and then they rumble.
Stay tuned. That's the game. Final scoring and stats from tonight's game, plus the drive of the game and the play of the game, all ahead here on News Now Warsaw. 4:50 left, still third quarter. Cavemen on the march, leading 29-12. Fisher keeps it. He's got a hole. He's to the near side across the 30 and gets flung down at the 25. Again, he is a big, strong kid, a junior at 6'3", 190. I say this in the nicest terms for you Mishawaka people who are watching or listening. He's a monster.
Yeah. Fun player to watch.
He's a monster.
Just fun player to watch.
He's not quite as big as his brother yet, but I have this feeling that by the time we see him again at Steel Stadium next year, he will be.
I mean, 16, 17 years old, there's plenty of time to grow still.
Oh, he's a terrific player. Fisher again keeps it. This time gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Good stop there by Eric Pohl. Got a yard down to about the 24. It's third down and 1. 3:50 left to play.
Now this is where do they go back up the middle? Without Gooden in there, Miller's had 2 big runs and 2 runs that go for about a yard to combine. So do they do that, or do they put somebody out in motion again?
Well, this is where you watch for Bean Smith. He's lined out on the left. He's got Ace Troyer right in front of him. The wide side of the field is right, and Warsaw does not have a defender out there. They run to the right with Miller, and he's got the first down inside the 25 down to the 21. First down, Mishawaka. 3:19 left to play. They stop the clock while they move the chains.
Tigers going to have to.
Go ahead.
The bend don't break. They've got to come back up. They've got to hope that Fisher holds the ball out and somebody can smack it out. They made a play once this quarter already. Can they make another?
From the 21, headed toward the north end of Fisher Field, Brady Fisher will stand up, change the play. 4-man front here for the Tigers. And Fisher's going to keep the 13. Well, you wondered if they would make an adjustment. They did. They went to four-man front, and it still hasn't helped because Mishawaka is just pushing them back and, frankly, shoving them around. Gain of 8, second down and 2.
And you're noticing part of that, too. Tigers' defense, there's a lot of hands on hips. There's a lot of Tigers out there right now. That defense has been out there probably majority of the game if you looked at the clock.
Well, you just think about the snaps. It's at least 2-1, maybe 3-1, as far as how many times Mishawaka snapped the ball and how many Warsaw has. Fisher, hands off Miller, breaks the tackle and then trips and goes down at the 10-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. It will be. First and goal, Mishawaka from the 9-yard line with 2:06 left to play in the third quarter, and the Cavemen leading by 17.
15th first down of the night for Mishawaka there. And I can get you that. There's been 21 Warsaw plays, and Mishawaka is at 47 plays. So almost 2.5 to 1.
First and goal, Cavemen from the 9. Ball in the middle of the field. Miller's in the backfield, wings on either side, 2 tight ends. They have extra linemen in. Fisher runs right, turns upfield at the 5. He will drag defenders down inside the 3. Mark him down to the 2, Jeremy. Give him 7 yards on that first and goal carry. It's second down.
And this is where Mishawaka's line is just taking over this game. That's exactly what you want to do. They have done everything asked of them tonight and continue to get a great push up front.
Everybody from Mishawaka staring back at the board on the far side of the field, which is identical to the board that Warsaw uses to signal in their plays, or has up until tonight. Second and goal from the 2. Fisher, hands off to Miller, and he sprints to the goal line, but he did not get in. Give him 1 to the 1, third down and goal.
Raj, did that ball come out? I couldn't quite tell, but there was some Tigers started to move forward like that ball might have came out. Not sure if it did or if they just were falling on him to try to drag him back.
I just watched the replay. We're watching over Bo and Chuck's shoulder looking at the replay. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think guys were just pushing the pile and fell over.
Okay.
Third down and 1. Again, the ball right in the middle of the field. Mishawaka needs 3 feet. Fisher runs right, gets tripped up. Did he get to the goal line? No, yes, he did. Touchdown. Warsaw had that one sniffed out, but Nick Catras couldn't get to him in time. It's another Mishawaka touchdown. Although, hold on. Do we have...
We have a Tiger down.
Oh, we have an injured Tiger. Oh, it's Winchester. So that's bad all the way around. 19 seconds left to play in the third. We'll keep it here. 35-12 in favor of the Cavemen. Fisher goes in from 1 yard out.
Ivan Pont's going to come and take his spot, it looks like. Young, talented sophomore. Now you're just hoping Russ is... Hopefully, I know that it's cooler, but maybe cramping. You're hoping nothing big there.
He's up. He's moving around. Coming off on his own. I think he got bent over a little bit, Jeremy. He's kind of...
Grabbing at his back.
Feeling at his back there.
Oh, that becomes a question. Are there already thin offensive line who's going to go into that tackle position next?
Well, the fourth quarter is about to begin, and we're going into that mode. And now Larson will try for the extra point. Oh, hold on. The referee lost track of what he was doing. He wound the clock.
Well, they already counted a personal foul from the end of the run against the team running the ball. So
wait a minute, what?
Earlier in the game. So
true.
They're still have my question mark sometimes.
I'm not sure what's happening. The referee is looking at something. I'm looking at him through my binoculars. And I'm not exactly sure what they're doing.
I have no idea.
They're communicating to each other.
Are they trying to reset the clock, I imagine?
All right. Larson for the point after now. Some of the locals starting to grab their stuff and get ready to head for home. Snap, spot, kick is away. It's blocked. Blocked by the Tigers.
I think that was Trey Kuntz in there.
It was. Kuntz with the block. 35-12 remains the score. 19 seconds left to play here in the first half, or in the third quarter. We'll keep it here. We'll take our next break at the quarter break. Remind you that Warsaw will be at Wawasee next Friday. Airtime 6:15, kickoff 7 o'clock on News Now Warsaw. Then 2 weeks from tonight will be the final regular season home game as Goshen comes to Fisher Field. Again, airtime 6:15 with the kickoff at 7. Huge crowd here tonight, and the locals are going home disappointed because things have not gone well tonight once again.
Oh, T-shirt cannon came out.
Yes, it did.
Raj, I'm going to take this opportunity. My mom messaged me that she's listening back in Ohio, so I want to say hi to my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom Kilgore. I hope that you are having a better night than the Tigers are.
I hope so as well.
Are you a good son, Jeremy?
Oh, most days I think so.
You had to wait a long time to answer that.
I had a lot of nicknames growing up. Most of them were good, but I was the little helper.
I understand. That's never a bad spot to be in, buddy. All right, Larson will kick off. Again, the Tigers creeping up because Larson has not kicked the ball deep at any point here tonight. He's going to punch this one to the near side, and this will be bobbled. It hits the ground and taken at the 18, 20, 25, 30. Oh, and then a hard hit. Knocked the ball carrier out of bounds at the sideline.
Valdez came across and made the hit there for Mishawaka, and that was a bad one.
A.J. Smith on the return for Warsaw. First down, Tigers. From the 37-yard line is where they officially mark him down.
Great return, though. Great returning, but, man, paid the price for picking it up.
They are struggling with a lot, trying to keep, every time Mishawaka kicks off, the ball hits the ground.
And Big Russ Winchester is back out there for the Tiger offensive line.
That's good. And Drew Sullivan is in the game at quarterback for Warsaw. And most of the rest of the starting unit is out there. And Sullivan gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, no, he got the ball out of there somehow. What a handoff. Sullivan got hit immediately after he handed off to Flores Ortega, who got 9 yards out to the 47-yard line. Oh, they gave him 10, Jeremy, first down. I didn't think he made it to the 47. They marked it to the 47.
There have been some head-scratchers on those placements, but we'll take it.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. 35-12, Mishawaka leads Warsaw. We head to the fourth after the 60-second break on News Now Warsaw.
Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts invites you this fall to the widest variety of custom trailers and golf carts in northern Indiana. Elliott's Trailers and Carts are the northern Indiana authorized dealer for E-Z-Go personal golf carts, the #1 golf cart in the world. The brand new E-Z-Go Elite and Valora carts are in stock. Plus, you can get financing on any E-Z-Go golf cart through Sheffield Financial, LLC. Hurry in for the best season-ending prices at your only authorized E-Z-Go dealer. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, US 30 East Warsaw, where you are always a winner.
Lakeside Chevrolet has over 25 new vehicles and over 2,550 used vehicles on the ground ready to sell. With over 20 different lenders on hand, Lakeside can get anyone approved. Now through the end of the month, get up to $1,500 over fair market value for your trade-in. Lakeside Chevrolet, home of the warranty forever with locations in Warsaw and Huntington. Visit Lakeside for your new ride.
News Now Warsaw, WRSW 1480 AM and W259 BJ 99.7 FM, Warsaw, Indiana.
Tiger football, fourth quarter. First down at 10, Warsaw from the 47. And they'll hand off up the middle. Flores Ortega goes flying through the hole again. He's got another first down to the 41 of Mishawaka.
Ortega's last 3 runs now, all over 10 yards, 12, 10, 12. Out of his last 5 runs, I think he had a 25-yarder in there as well. So Great run there.
11:50 clock running, fourth quarter. Tigers trailing 35-12 to Mishawaka, about to lose their second in a row. Sullivan bounces to the outside. He'll get to the 40 and be tripped up at the 36-yard line. It looked like he was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, but nobody had their arms around him, and he was able to bounce it out to his right and somehow get about 5 yards out of it.
Yep. Put his head down, ran right into somebody, started realizing, looked up, and there was Brome on the outside, and really a shoestring tackle saves a bigger run there for the Tigers.
Drew, whose dad was the quarterback at Indiana University back in the day, and his mom used to sit in the chair that Steve Scott is sitting in. She was a board op for us for a while. Carry up the middle. Flores Ortega gets 2 to the 34. It'll be third down. Just a really neat couple. Their son Robbie played running back for the Tigers a few years back. Third down and 3 coming up for the Tigers. They need to get the ball to the 31 of Mishawaka to get a first down. Looks like it's still the first-team defense in there for Mishawaka. Sullivan on 3rd and 3. Will hand it off up the middle. Flores Ortega. He's got room. How far did he get? Oh, he's still going. He's still going. He's still on the run. They didn't pull the play down. He scores. Are you kidding me?
What?
Hold on.
What was that?
Hold on. Let's see. They're raising their arms for touchdown.
Wow.
Are they? Flores Ortega was stopped, and everybody in the field stopped.
Never heard a whistle,
but it's going to count as a touchdown for Herman from 34 yards out, and the Tigers are on the board again. It's 35-18.
Herman just keeps the legs going. I'm really interested to see. I kind of lost where he went at one point. All of a sudden, he shot out to the right.
It's been kind of a strange game, hasn't it?
It's been very odd. Being down 17, going for the extra point here to try to make it 2-score is the correct way to coach this as well.
Yes, it would take 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Good snap this time. Kick is away, and the kick is good. 10-13 left to play in the game. 35-19 now in favor of Mishawaka. We're back at 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Honey, my car needs windshield wipers. Can you pick some up?
Nah, we'll just get a new car. Throw it in the backyard with the rest of them.
Sometimes it's obvious when you should replace just a part. Like if your windows have condensation between the panes, you may not need to replace the whole window. The specialists at Glass Doctor can install new insulated glass in your existing frames for less than you might think. Save money and restore your window's appearance. Visit glassdoctor.com.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your paint. Oh, yeah!
Dave Ramsey, weeknights at 6 on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Roger Grossman, Jeremy Kilgore with you at Fisher Field tonight. Rob will be back next week. 10-13 left to play in the fourth. Herman Flores Ortega with a rushing touchdown for the Tigers.
Looked like he was down 32 yards.
He was down. Let's just say it. He was down. The play should have been blown dead, but nobody blew it dead. I couldn't find the ball.
I didn't know where the ball went. All of a sudden, I saw a block on the left side, and I never heard a whistle. And then all of a sudden, he kept going.
He kept going. You play till they blow the whistle. And Herman did that, and that's good news. Mishawaka expecting an onside kick. Smythe with the ball teed up at the 40. 10 guys for Mishawaka within 15 yards of the 50-yard line. And Smythe will run up to the ball, and he's going to onside kick it down the field. Runs his nose into the pile. Mishawaka says they have it at the 50, and they do. Good try. Came up empty, though. 10-12 left to play. Here in the fourth, Mishawaka 35, Warsaw 19. Caveman ball at midfield.
I really like that attempt, though. The ball was on the ground past 10 yards. It was a great bounce, just really almost like a one-arm scoop there by Mishawaka to pull that in. Good job by the Mishawaka hands team to make sure they controlled that.
And it looks like I'm looking out on the field. Gooden's back in the game. That's interesting.
I don't understand that one.
Brady Fisher's still in the game for Mishawaka with 10-12 left to play. They run Gooden left, and he'll dive into the pile and get 2 yards to the Tiger 48. It's really interesting that they have Gooden still out there. I certainly would never criticize another coach. I'm the last person on earth I want to criticize is Coach Kinder. But that is really interesting that he is still in the game.
Hey, they felt like that gives them the best chance, and he's ran the ball the most for Mishawaka tonight. He's had 21 attempts.
Well, the place to be last week was Northwood for Northwood Warsaw. The place to be next week will be Teal Stadium. Gooden off the right. Mason Gabrich got to him, tripped him up. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 8.
Raj, that's the first time tonight that Gooden has not gained a yard on a run.
This offense that both teams run is built to not have negative yardage. You just don't have it. The big game next week, Mishawaka hosting Northwood, and that will be for the NLC Championship. Winner will take home, well, the lead, but neither team's going to play anybody that should beat them over those last 2 weeks of the season. Fisher, option left, pitches back to Chaz Hardy. He's going to be hit. He's going to go down for a loss in the backfield. Dimitri Chandler took a chance. Timeout Warsaw, a loss all the way back to the Mishawaka 47-yard line, so that's a loss of 5. And Bart Curtis calls time with 8:43 left.
I like that timeout usage. He saved the time now. You get yourself a big play, and then all you really have to do is make one more defensive front stop. I really like the timeout usage there by Coach Bart.
It's just the second time that Mishawaka's had the ball and didn't score.
Now we're going to see if they actually have a punter.
They do. It's Larson. And Larson has punted. Oh, you know what? We don't have stats on him. He hasn't punted very often. So this would be an unusual formation for them.
This will be a few and far between play. Here's a thought, too. Do the Tigers try to come after it and make a play happen?
No, you know why? Because Warsaw over the years has tried that, and every time they do it, they run into the punter. If they run into the punter here, they're going to give Mishawaka a first down, and that would be bad for them. Nope, you're going to let Larson kick it to you, and Trey Kuntz is going to be back there and try to do something with it. Larson standing at his 34, no wind. Kuntz standing at his 25, hoping for a chance to make a play. And the snap is perfect, and Larson puts his right foot into it. Wobbly spiral, fair catch called for by Kuntz, and he makes the catch as he falls to the ground at the 19-yard line just outside the hash mark. So Warsaw's got the ball back with a chance to make this interesting. 35-19, Mishawaka, 8:36 left to go.
A little bit of wind pickup or something there. That ball turned sideways a little bit funny. It must have came off the side of the foot funny. But Tigers, great position here. Make a big play. Got to go 80 yards. Got to do it quickly. Can't run the clock down.
Stay tuned after the game. Final scoring, final stats, drive of the game, play of the game, and scores from around the conference and the area. We are eagerly anticipating a Triton Pioneer update. Drew Sullivan took the Tigers into the end zone last time down. He's out there again. Pitches back to Reed Zollinger, being chased, stiff arms a man, and gets dragged down from behind for a loss of about a yard to the 18. That is a really good tackle by Isaac Valdez.
Valdez made the whole play. Valdez bounced off of his blocker and came up there and made the pull down because Warsaw had 2 or 3 blockers out in front and possible hole and one cut, and that could have been an 80-yard run instead. Great defensive stop.
They marked him back at the line of scrimmage, Jeremy, so officially no gain, 2nd down and 10. Sullivan has Flores Ortega behind him, and he'll get to the line of scrimmage, and he's plowing forward, and he still won't go down, and finally they blow the whistle. He'll get 1 yard to the 20. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Well, Mark Curtis said before the game, Drew Sullivan's going to play some quarterback tonight. At some point, he's going to get into the game. And he held true to his word. He's playing here in the fourth quarter. He took the Tigers and got him into the end zone last time down, and he'll have to convert on 3rd down and 8 or 4th down here shortly. Sullivan from just inside the near hash mark. Wings on either side of the formation. And back to throw is Drew. He'll float it out into the far flat. It's going to be incomplete. Mishawaka was all over it. They had Zollinger was well covered, and there was a guy behind him that actually had the best shot to pick it off. It's 4th down now for the Tigers from the 20, and they will go.
That's a cover 2 over the top, man-to-man with the safety over there. He's floating, ran basically in between the two routes. If the seam doesn't open up with that, then the wheel route on the outside, he played it perfectly.
4th down and 8 with 7:16 left to go. Ortega behind Sullivan, whistles, and timeout Mishawaka. Timeout Cavemen, 7:16 left to play here in the fourth. 35-19 Mishawaka. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Enjoy the next level of fun on the water with help from Splendor Boats. Place your order now on Quest Pontoons or a Splendor custom-built power catamaran deck boat. Ask about their indoor, safe, and clean off-season boat storage, winterization, shrink wrapping, and pontoon redecking. Or have Splendor's custom upholstery and canvas refit or repair individual cushions, covers, or tops. Plus, schedule your spring boat arrival so you don't have to wait next year. Visit them in Warsaw or Silver Lake or online at SplendorBoatsWarsaw.com. Splendor Boats, a small family business for big family fun.
The Cubs, the Colts, and the Warsaw Tigers are all part of the team on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Normally we save scores till after the game. Oh, let's not. Triton 21, Pioneer 12, fourth quarter.
Oh, my word.
So, methinks that the Trojans are going to win that game. And if they do, they are in pretty good shape for second place in the league because I think LaVille's going to win it. 4th down now for Warsaw. 7:16 left to play fourth quarter. 35-19 Mishawaka. 4th and 8 for the Tigers at their own 20. Option play right. Sullivan late pitch back to Brown. He got hit 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage and is thrown down for a loss. Mishawaka sold out on the pitch run, and they were all over it. It's a loss of a yard for Brown back to the 19. Mishawaka takes over on downs with 7:11 left to play.
That's just... You knew what play was probably going to come. You figured they've had some success outside. Put blitzing backwards out to the wide gaps. That's exactly what Tigers ran into. That was a great job by Mishawaka. And that front seven really stood the test of time there.
Again, the Tigers' inability to complete forward passes really hurt them there. Because Mishawaka really wasn't even worried about it at all. They sent 9 guys hoping that they could get to the running back who had the ball, and they surely did that. Now from the Tiger 19, they're going to run it up the middle with Miller, and he'll get 3 yards to the 16. With 7 minutes left, Mishawaka already leads by 16, looking to make it back-to-back weeks against this Tiger defense.
8 carries now on the night for Miller.
Giving up 42. 2nd down and 7. Mishawaka staring over at the far sideline, waiting for the play. They have still 13 seconds on the play clock. Miller behind Fisher. Gooden re-injured that shoulder and was limping earlier. Fisher got hit, bounced off, and he'll go down at the line of scrimmage. Mason Gabrich in on the initial hit. Isaac Beam and Corbin Johnston came in to help. It is now 3rd down and 7.
No rush going to be seen here. You're just going to see tick, tick, tick on that clock, and wisely so by Mishawaka.
Stay tuned after the game. Final scoring, final stats, play of the game, drive of the game, all coming up. And then after we're done here at Fisher Field, we'll take you to Indianapolis, to North Meridian Street to Bob Lovell for Indiana Sports Talk. 3rd down and 7. Fisher sends Hardy in motion, back to throw, lofting it up the far side of the field, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted intercepted by Lucas Ransbottom. And the Ransbottom family section is down here celebrating. They pick on Luke Ransbottom a lot, and he just said, I've had enough, and he picks off the pass.
Great play by Ransbottom. Got his shoulder squared up with the receiver, went to jump. Outside, a little underthrown ball. He goes up and takes it away. Yet again, Tigers defense trying to make some plays here. 2 late turnovers by Mishawaka.
Well, how about that? That's pretty cool.
Was that Ransbottom's first start tonight as well?
No.
Okay.
No. He's a regular.
I would say regular.
Starters.
Okay.
They're kind of nebulous. It's a football game, right? A lot of people,
guys play.
They could tell you the starting lineup is this, and it not be that. So Warsaw takes over. That's the good news. The bad news is they're backed up at their own 2-yard line. Sullivan, option play up the middle. No, actually, Knowlton back in the game for the Tigers. Flores Ortega on the carry gets clock running fourth quarter. Tigers trailing in the game 35-19.
Ortega just came off the field as well.
Okay.
Get him a little break.
Jay Sawyer's in the game. This is Jay's first snap of the season. He's been injured this whole season so far. Option play up the middle, and the ball came loose. Are they going to say it's down? There's no signal. Sullivan got hit. They're going to call it a fumble and give Mishawaka the ball at the 1-yard line. It's going to be caveman ball at the 1-yard line unless they change their minds. They're still talking about it.
I think that was a touchdown, Raj.
They're still discussing it. We don't know what they're discussing. It's going to be first down, Mishawaka with 5:01 left to play, and they've got the ball at the Tiger 1-yard line.
Well, Raj, the 4th turnover for the Tigers on the night. Continue watching the replay. That was a touchdown.
Was it really?
Scoop. His knees weren't down. He dove for it over the goal line. That should have been a touchdown. But at the 1-yard line, knocking now.
Crazy sequence here. Game's gotten kind of frazzled in the final quarter. From the 1-yard line, first and goal, Mishawaka. Oh, and Fisher bobbled the snap. It's rolling around under that pile of humanity, and Fisher got back on it. Second down. Crazy.
That's just kind of night. It almost feels like at this rate.
Kind of.
I mean, that ball's been out, or almost out, half a dozen times, it feels like. Hand it to the Tiger defense, though. They were on the field a ton the first half, and they've made some plays the second half. They made some adjustments, started wrapping a lot better, started breaking down.
Second down and goal for Fisher and the Mishawaka Cavemen. Fisher will take the snap, plunge forward, touchdown. Touchdown, Mishawaka. 4:15 left to play. Mishawaka has removed all doubt from the outcome of this game. Fisher getting the ball across the goal line from a yard away, and Mishawaka now leads 41-19.
Raj, now this is where you go. The offense, you go. Do you give different guys, fresh leg guys, a couple runs here, you think, at the end of the game?
Well, you got a JV game up at Mishawaka tomorrow, so there's that.
Yep. And going for 2 here.
Really? That's really interesting. Fisher will drop the throw. Rolling out, got a man wide open, and it's caught for 2. Oh, and then the guy that caught the ball has something to say to the Warsaw fans. Bean Smith makes the catch for 2. 4:15 left. 43-19 Mishawaka. And we're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Whether your business is on the farm or in town, Crossroads Bank wants to help you succeed. That is why Crossroads offers competitive rates and friendly service with their business loans. Visit crossroadsbanking.com or in Columbia City, North Manchester, Peru, South Whitley, Syracuse, Wabash, or Warsaw. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Where your bank and your life meet. Crossroads Bank.
The Warsaw Tigers play here on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Roger Grossman, Jeremy Kilgore back here at Fisher Field. 4:15 left to play, fourth quarter. 43-19 in favor of Mishawaka. About to go to 6-0. They'll be 4-0 in the conference with the Northwood Panthers coming up for the showdown of the season next week.
That's going to be one that everybody's going to have their eye on all across the NLC.
I won't lie. I will. We will be getting regular scores. Well, I'm going to warn Steve already, Steve. Next week, we're going to want more than halftime and final of that one. Right? However you get it, go get it.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
Absolutely.
Both teams keeping starters in despite the wide score. You have Flores Ortega and Brown back deep to return this kick for the Tigers. As Larson awaits the whistle and gets it. And there's the run up and a high kick. Flores Ortega will come up and take it at the 16-yard line. 20, middle of the field, 25, and he'll dive out to the 28. That's where Warsaw will take over, first down and 10 with 4:09 left to go.
And the difference on that kickoff return, Raj, we've talked about it. That's something to watch as we start to get on the back third of the season. We finally ran up and caught that on the run while he was in motion, and that was a big difference of going forward.
The back third of the season starts next week at Warrior Field in Syracuse, Warsaw, and Wawasee for the W Trophy. Airtime will be 6:15. Kickoff is at 7. Well, let's see who's out on the field now for Warsaw. Sullivan still the quarterback. Hayden Rodriguez to the far side. Brown to the near side. Sawyer on the handoff up the middle. He lost the football. Mishawaka says that they have it. No signal yet. Second down. Sawyer got it back.
Well, you'll take that. And
boy, the Tigers have put the ball on the ground a lot tonight. They already have 4 turnovers, 3 lost fumbles. They almost lost that one. This is a team that coming in had 7 turnovers through 5 games. They got 4 tonight. Second down and 10. No gain on the play. Sullivan under center. Brock Freddy to center, and Sullivan fumbled that. Flores Ortega fell on top of it. Bart Curtis, hands on hips.
And that's...
Rob keeps track of fumbles, not only the ones lost, but the ones where Warsaw puts on the ground. That's got to be like 6 or it's got to be 7, right? It's third down and 10. Warsaw hasn't successfully handed the ball off to anybody yet. The first 2 plays of this drive.
But that play clock dipped down towards the end.
Drew goes under center, option play, and he's going to keep it. He tripped over Flores Ortega as he got across the 30 and got to the 33-yard line. Gain of 5, fourth down and 5 with 2:45 left to play.
You would assume here that Warsaw's going to go for this.
Fourth down and 5. Tigers in the season came into the game 5 out of 9 on fourth down. They were 3 out of 5 last week. From the 33, they have to get the ball to the 38. Sullivan, play action fake, throws it up the near side, had Brown open, and it's over his head, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Malik Washington at the Tiger 48. Make it 5 turnovers for Warsaw, and with 2:15 left, Mishawaka can run the clock out.
Run the clock out now. I know that you want to play, you want to get that interception. You just lost about 25 yards doing it, though, because that was fourth down.
No, they're not thinking about that.
No, they want to just go get the ball.
And I don't blame them for that.
No, and especially in a game like this, I mean, that's not going to make or break the game. If it's the end of the game, you just swat that out of bounds. Or if it's a close game.
5 Tiger turnovers, 2 interceptions, 3 fumbles. Brady Fisher on the Mishawaka offense on the field. They're in the victory formation. Their coaches go sprinting down the stairway. They cleared one of their 2 big hurdles for the season by winning tonight. The other one is Northwood at Steel Stadium next week. Hey, Dean Hubbard, there might be a big crowd next week. Just let you know, buddy. 2 minutes left. JV game tomorrow at 10 up at Steel Stadium. Freshman game next Thursday back here at Fisher Field. Warsaw will lose their second in a row. They'll fall to 4-2 and 2-2 in the conference. The trip to Syracuse on tap next week. Drive the game. Final stats, final scoring coming up. Fisher takes a knee. 1:30 left. Third down for Mishawaka. They're actually going backwards. It's one other thing that high school officials are told to do. They're following orders. Quarterback takes a knee like that, they should put the ball back to the line of scrimmage. That's just an opinion. They're following the rules.
Yeah, I get it.
1 minute left. Mishawaka will not be able to run the clock all the way out. Fisher takes another knee. 4th down. There's about 7 seconds difference between the game clock and the play clock. Well, this huge homecoming crowd goes home very disappointed. But with the injury to Catras, injuries in the offensive line, you could feel this coming. So it's not a huge surprise. And let's be 100% honest. Mishawaka is really, really good. Just like Northwood was really, really good last week. Now, those 2 teams are going to meet next week. The winner is probably going to win the conference. And we have a delay of game called against Mishawaka with 7.6 left. So they could run around for 7 seconds, run the clock out on 4th down. They could punt. They have some options here. Look, on the Mishawaka bench, the Mishawaka players are already starting to line up for the handshake.
Yeah. They're a little cold if you haven't been playing. So it's a true fall night.
Yep. So it's 4th down. They wind the clock, and the Tigers will let the clock run out. Game's over. Mishawaka 43, Warsaw 19. The Cavemen remain perfect. They are 6-0, heading for their big showdown with the Panthers at Steel Stadium next week, and the Tigers fall to 4-2. Post-game coverage begins after these messages on News Now Warsaw.
It's that time of year again. Football is back, and soon it's time to sign up for the open enrollment of Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part D drug plans, and individual health care plans through the Affordable Care Act. Contact JVC and Associates to update new plan designs and find out about increased subsidies to help reduce marketplace premiums. Call John at 574-527-1295. Call with any questions and be ready to sign up for the Medicare plans beginning October 15th and for individual health care plans on November 1st. Go Tigers!
I am a Colts fan. I'm a Bears fan. And you out there are Warsaw Tiger fans.
Whoever you root for, in order to win the game, your team needs a head coach with an effective game plan. We at Alder for Bergen can help you develop and implement a financial game plan for your family's future. So if you're a Colts fan, a Tiger fan, a Bears fan, or a fan of any other team,
except the Patriots, Alder for Bergen can be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alder for Bergen and Company, 122 West Market Street in Warsaw, and online at alderforbergen.com.
False start, pass interference, offsides.
All bad things in football
spotty dishes, rust stains, dry skin and hair. All bad things when it comes to your water. Rab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
Oh, it sounds too good to be true, and usually it is. Buy this, get that, free. Buy the air conditioner, get the furnace free. That is a sales tactic that you won't hear from Collier's Heating and Air. You will get fair pricing and quality service, just as you have been for 35 years. That's what you want. At the end of the day, you'll choose tried, true, and trusted Colliers every time. TrustColliers.com.
Warsaw Tiger football on News Now Warsaw is brought to you by
Lakeside Chevrolet, Glass Doctor, Splendor Boats, Crossroads Bank, ABC and Associates, Alderfer Bergen and Company, Rab Connecticut Water Systems, Colliers, Monteith Tire, State Farm Insurance, Ott Schroeder, Reinhold's Furniture, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Rock Hill Pennock LLP, Riker Denep 24-hour towing, Bobcat of Warsaw, R&B Car Company, CarTech, and Travis McConnell Law Office.
And now for post-game coverage, once again, here's Roger Grossman and Rob Reniker.
Final score tonight at Fisher Field, Mishawaka 43, Warsaw 19. Second half scoring in the game, Warsaw turned it over right away to start the third quarter. A 1-yard run by Novell Miller with 9:24 left to go in the third. Made it 29-6 after Larson added the extra point. About not quite 3 minutes later, a 56-yard run by Reed Zollinger on a pitch to the left led to a touchdown for the Tigers with 6:46 left to go in the third. The run for two failed, and it remained 29-12. And then in one of the last plays of the third quarter with 19 seconds left, Fisher goes in from 1 yard out. And the kick was good, and that made it 35-6 in favor of Mishawaka. In the fourth quarter, Herman Flores Ortega on a very strange play. It looked like he should have been down, whistled down. He had players scattered out all over the place looking for the ball. We're looking for the ball, can't figure out where it's at. Flores Ortega has it. He goes 34 yards for a touchdown. The kick by Mason Smythe was good. That made it 35-19 with 10:13 left to go. Mishawaka then scored one final time on a 1-yard run by Fisher after Warsaw had intercepted a pass at the 1-yard line and then fumbled at the 1-yard line. Fisher ran it in. The pass to Bean Smith for 2 was good, and with 4:15 left, that was the final scoring. 43-19 is the final. It's time for the drive of the game, brought to you by Stonehenge Golf Course, a championship course steeped with tradition on Pierceton Road in Warsaw. See why people are raving about their banquet and conference room and a capacity up to 60. Reserve your holiday, wedding, or important meeting now. The drive of the game is the very first drive of the game. Mishawaka lost the toss, took the ball, and they went all the way down the field, 82 yards in 6 minutes and 59 seconds. They went for 2 and made it, and with 5:01 left to play in the first quarter, they were ahead 8-0, and to be honest, Warsaw never really challenged them after that. Down 2 scores, Warsaw put together a drive that got them on the board. Mishawaka went right back down the field again and scored in less than 5 minutes. And from there, Mishawaka kept at arm's length from the Tigers, and they win the game 43-19. So the opening drive of the game by Mishawaka, a touchdown drive that put them ahead 8-0, is the drive of the game, brought to you by Stonehenge. Jeremy's got the final stats. We'll relay those to you next here on News Now Warsaw.
Oh, great. My groceries are here. Oh, and my lunch. Hey, Monteith's Best One is here to install my tires. Introducing Mobile Tire Service by Monteith's Best One. The local company you have trusted since 1966 is now on the road, ready to repair or replace your tires at home, at work, or even for your commercial fleet. Ready to make an appointment? Call us today to speak to a live service representative or shoot us an email and a member of our team will be happy to assist you.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is, ta-da, State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Ott Schroeder is your go-to agent in Kosciuszko County for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Ott Schroeder has you covered. Call 574-269-2020 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Music has been a huge part of my life, largely playing and teaching guitar. Whatever your passion or favorite activity may be, you need a good night's rest. And that's why sleeping on a good mattress from Reinhold's Furniture in Warsaw is so important. Your mattress should be working all night to give you comfort and support, so you wake up feeling rested and ready for another active day. Check out the great options from Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster when you visit Reinhold's Town Square Furniture, your friends in the mattress business.
Hello, I'm Jay Rigdon. At Rocky Pinnock, we work hard to earn your business. Our clients entrust us with their families, their businesses, and their futures. That's why we make sure we use the latest technology to stay current on the law. It's why we pool our combined experience, over 200 years of it, to give our clients the best possible solutions for their legal problems. If you want us on your side, call 267-6116 for an appointment. Rocky Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
Give us 15 minutes, we'll give you the world. This is News Now Warsaw.
Final score here tonight, 43-19. Mishawaka beats Warsaw. The two teams walking off the field. Normally, Mishawaka, the visiting team, would go around the outside. These two teams, they know each other pretty well. So they are going to walk out the same gate. Tigers will go first. Mishawaka still happy and celebrating their victory here tonight over the Warsaw Tigers, 43-19. Final stats are brought to you by Alderfer Bergen & Company. Let them be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alderfer Bergen & Company, 122 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at alderferbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA, SIPC. For Mishawaka, 15 first downs, 59 rushing attempts for 274 yards. They completed one of two passes for 21 yards and one interception. So they ran 61 plays for 295 yards. They had two turnovers, a fumble lost, and the interception, and the Tigers did not score off of either of those turnovers. They had 5 penalties for 30 yards. For Warsaw, just 8 first downs tonight, 32 rushing attempts for 236 yards, 1 of 4 passing for 1 yard with no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. They ran 36 plays for 237 yards. 5 turnovers for Warsaw, 3 lost fumbles and 2 interceptions, and no penalties in the second half. So they finished with 2 penalties for a total of 5 yards. The number here, 59-32. Running plays for Mishawaka, 59. Running plays for Warsaw, 32. And that's the difference in the game. You look at the yardage, you would have guessed that based on the score that the yardage separation would have been a lot wider. It was not. Total yardage only decided by about 60 yards, but it felt like Mishawaka was in control of the game really from the start.
Well, that's the difference. When you hear coaches talk, they'll allow big plays. Higher-up coaches, college coaches, NFL, big plays are going to happen. But drives, continued drives, that doesn't get the defense off the field, wears them out. That's exactly what happened tonight for the Tigers, and then the scoreboard shows it at the end.
Those are the final stats brought to you by Alderfer Bergen & Company, 122 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at alderferbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. The play of the game is coming up next on News Now Warsaw.
Bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, car stalls won't start, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, wrecking any state, and need the best race, take the next step, call Riker Denep, go with the guys who got the best tools, if you get in a wreck, they'll come and get you, bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, call Riker Denep to come get you.
Remember, when you get in a wreck,
call Riker Denep.
Hey, it's Andrew from Bobcat of Warsaw. And once again, it's time for football games under the lights on Friday night. It's also time to think about taking care of your Bobcat equipment and Cub Cadet or X-Mark mower you've been working hard all summer long. You should give it a pat on the back by bringing it to us for that fall service so it can relax all winter long and be ready for spring. We would like to pass on a huge thank you to this amazing community that we live in. We are very proud to have you as neighbors and friends. This proud sponsor of Warsaw Tiger Football just wants to say thanks.
Booyah! Once there was a dude who needed a new ride. That dude right there.
Yeah, I'm long overdue on doing some trading.
Man, you need to get to R&B Car Company for sizzling summer savings.
They got big trucks?
And little cars, too. Know what the hardest part is?
No.
Having to choose.
I can dig it.
Okay, now get online and get yourself pre-approved.
RBCarCompany.com.
At RB Car Company, the prices are so cool.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, make a puppet drool. Shop now at RBCarCompany.com.
Now, back to the Warsaw Tigers on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Warsaw falls tonight to Mishawaka 43-19 here at Fisher Field. It's time for tonight's play of the game, brought to you by Havrilla and Nolan, LLC, attorneys at law. Call Felicity and Carrie with elder law questions and for assistance securing Medicaid. Havrilla and Nolan, 121 West Market Street, Warsaw, online at hnlc-law.com. Jeremy, what's the play of the game tonight?
Well, I'm looking back at Mishawaka, and they only had a few plays go over 10 yards. Most of them were well under. Majority, I think only 5 plays over 10 yards. So I'm going to go with Reed Dollinger's 56-yard burst to the outside. That turn, that tried to bring Tigers back into the game. They were deep, and I believe that was on a third down as well. So I think the 56-yard scamper there from going to the south end zone, I think that's going to be the play of the game there.
Okay, play of the game brought to you by Havrilla and Nolan, LLC, attorneys at law. Again, call Carrie and Felicity with your elder law questions and for securing Medicaid. Havrilla and Nolan, 121 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at hnlc-law.com. We have scores to give you. We'll do that. We'll wrap things up, then get you to Bob Level next on News Now Warsaw.
Hey, you've got a great-looking car.
Yeah?
Except for that ding in your door. Oh, got that in the parking lot. Well, your affordable solution is CarTech. CarTech. They use a paintless dent repair process that restores your car to make it beautiful and shiny again. Many dents are repaired the same day, whether at their shop or your driveway. For dents and dings and hail damage repair, it's CarTech, your last stop before the body shop. That's C-A-R-R, CarTechDents.com.
Travis is the first guy that helped me get my license back after 8 years of not driving.
Travis was the first person to fight for me and to show me how to fight for myself and how to have hope for the future.
I'm that guy. I'm Travis McConnell. Those were real clients with real results. A criminal case can mean sitting in jail, but it doesn't have to. I'm the lawyer that will listen and take time to understand the issue, then stand up and fight for you in court. Call me today, Travis McConnell, your criminal defense lawyer. Just say, hey, Google, look up the law office of Travis McConnell. Office Warsaw.
Each case is unique and may not yield same results.
Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts invites you this fall to the widest variety of custom trailers and golf carts in northern Indiana. Elliott's Trailers and Carts are the northern Indiana authorized dealer for E-Z-Go personal golf carts, the #1 golf cart in the world. The brand new E-Z-Go Elite and Velour carts are in stock. Plus, you can get financing on any E-Z-Go golf cart through Sheffield Financial, LLC. Hurry in for the best season-ending prices at your only authorized E-Z-Go dealer. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, US 30 East Warsaw, where you are always a winner.
This is Warsaw's news and information station. News Now Warsaw.
For the final time tonight here at Fisher Field, Warsaw falls to Mishawaka 43-19. The other conference scores, the answer is yes. Northwood beat Plymouth. No surprise there. 48-0 ended up being the final. Northridge beat Wawasee 42-17. Of course, the Tigers will be in Syracuse next week, and they'll be in Northridge in Middlebury for the last week of the regular season. The other conference game, Concord beat Goshen 37-7. Goshen will be here in 2 weeks. Other scores: Elkhart beat St. Joe is beating St. Joe 43-7 in the fourth. Carroll leads Fort Wayne South 58-6. Tippecanoe Valley beat Whitko 60-6. Penn leads Mishawaka Marion 42-3 in the fourth. And the Triton Trojans are 5-1. They beat Pioneer 35-12. How about the Trojans?
Just got a few texts about that, and they just said it was an impressive night over in Bourbon.
That was a 21-12 score in the fourth quarter. And over a span of about 15 minutes of real time, Triton scored 2 more touchdowns. So the Triton Trojans are real, ladies and gentlemen. They are ranked number 10 in 1A, and they proved why tonight with a 35-12 win over Pioneer. Here, another long night for the Tigers. They lose at home 43-19 to Mishawaka. Stay tuned. Bob Lovell is coming up in just a couple of minutes. Thanks to Steve back at the station. Thanks to Jeremy for filling in for Rob. He will be back next week. I'm Roger Grossman. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If not, the outcome, again, the final, 43-19. Mishawaka wins. They remain perfect. They will host Northwood next week for what is the conference championship. We'll see you next week in Syracuse.
You've been listening to another great sporting event on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM. For more, log on to the Warsaw Athletics website, warsaw-tigers.com. To listen to archive shows and Tiger game broadcasts, go to newsnowwarsaw.com. You can also follow News Now Warsaw on Facebook and Twitter. This has been a presentation of News Now Warsaw, a proud member of Kensington Digital Media of Indiana.
News Now Warsaw.
Friday evening, I'm Matt Rudkin. Hope your week went well. The weekend is here, and the weather for the most part will cooperate. Could have a few showers tonight, otherwise mostly cloudy. We're into the 50s. For your day on Saturday, expect mostly cloudy skies. We will see a shower or two, but a lot of us stay dry. Temperatures warming back up into the lower 70s. Rinse and repeat for your Sunday. There's a look at the forecast. Have a great weekend. I'm Matt Rudkin.
Right now, it's 57 degrees.
High school football is here, and Young Tiger Football is proud to support our Warsaw Tigers. Go Tiger Football! And remember, if you'd like to see the next generation of Tigers, come to Fribley Field on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. to experience Young Tiger Football and cheerleading. And adults, if you'd like to volunteer and inspire our future Tigers, there are positions open right now. Get details at youngtigersfootball.com. Proudly supporting the Warsaw Tigers, it's Young Tiger Football, Saturdays at Fribley Field in Warsaw. Mike Bergen.
One of the things that we always talk about, Raj, is making sure that your investments meet up with your time horizon. And we're talking about age 40 to 54. We're talking about 10 to 25 years until retirement. If you do get a downturn, you're going to have time to wait that out and to let it recover.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Smart Money Management presented by Alder Bergen & Company.
Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at 8, noon, and 6 on News Now Warsaw.
News Now Warsaw, WRSW 1480 AM and W259 DJ 99.7 FM, Warsaw, Indiana.
Sam Carnes from Traders Point with me, 52-6 winners over Tri-County. Sam Carnes, you guys are playing pretty well, aren't you?
Yeah, thanks, Bob. It's our second win in a row, 3-3 on the year, and kids are clicking on all cylinders. So excited for another week, another win.
Yeah, you should be. You had a year to implement the system. You got some things going. You like the progress. You had off season, which is incredibly important. So you have to feel good about the direction of this program.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 years ago, right before COVID shut us down, we came up here to Tri-County, and we needed a sack on a 2-point conversion to win the game. So we feel a lot better about the bus ride home this time than 2 years ago. So, yeah, excited about the growth of the program and the team. And Cooper Simmons-Little was first in pass yards a couple weeks ago, and these last 2 weeks winning so big, it's going to hurt him on the standings. But he's still throwing the ball great. Philip Moran made a couple great plays with the ball in his hand at receiver, and Eli Mills scored 2 more touchdowns. And really proud of the way our guys played tonight.
You guys are playing that well, so tell me who's up next for you.
Yeah, we've got Edinburgh. They were ranked in the top 20 going into last week, and Coach Despain's got them. When I was in high school, Edinburgh was losing like 70 games in a row, and Coach Despain's got them turned around. He's got back-to-back winning seasons, I think, lined up already. If he wins tonight, that'll be his second or third winning season in a row. So we're excited to play a good opponent. They've got a tall kid at receiver who's 6'4". He doing well, and we've got to stop him. So looking forward to a good homecoming week.
Sam Carnes from Traders Point Christian. They beat Tri-County 52-6 tonight. Sam, thank you so much for the call. Good luck next week.
Thanks, Bob. Go Knights.
Go Knights. There you have it. Edinburgh, by the way, about 10 miles away from where I'm currently doing the show. They're 10 miles down the road from my house, and I like Kyle Despain's just doing a great job. He's exactly right. And so, big win, certainly off to a great start tonight, and all of that is important for week number 6. He's starting to really get some things going on. All right, coming up, scoreboard update right here on Indiana Sports Talk. And when we come back after the scoreboard update, more high school week number 6. This is Indiana Sports Talk.
This Indiana Sports Talk scoreboard update is brought to you by Hills